Well, each season, if you don't know, maybe you're a spectator who's new to our program, each season, the Game Development Committee releases a new challenge. This year's is called Into the Deep. You can see it here on the field, but we're gonna watch a brief video that takes you through the game.
Welcome to the First Tech Challenge 2024 to 2025 season game, Into the Deep, presented by RTX. Two alliances of two teams each compete to retrieve and score samples into net zones, low baskets, and high baskets. Human players assemble clips onto samples to create specimens, which can be scored on the low chambers or high chambers. Each match begins with a 30-second autonomous period. Following auto is the 2-minute teleoperated period. The last 30 seconds of teleop is the end game. Robots may continue scoring samples and specimens, but can earn additional points by contacting the low rung, achieving a low-level ascent or high-level ascent, or parking in the observation zone. The alliance that earns the most points wins the match.
So, friends, here's our general schedule for the day. In a moment, we're going to begin with qualification match number 1 over here on field number 1. Odd-numbered matches, field number 1. Evens over here on your right on field number 2. Every team will have 5 matches to play in qualifications. They will earn ranking points and will be seeded 1 through 17 as we move closer to alliance selections. Because of the size of our field today, we will have 4 alliances of 2 teams each for our double elimination bracket. We'll get into that after lunchtime. All right, teams, we are ready to go here at the Excelsior Corning Qualifier, number 9 of 9 in the Excelsior region. We are going to meet the teams for match number 1. On the Red Alliance, we've got from Tully, New York, a neighborhood team. It's Team 8863. Won't you please welcome Precision Cut-Ups. And they are partnering with, from Trumansburg, New York, it's Team 22240. It's Rough Estimate.
And on the Blue Alliance, we have Team 5319, the Buff Cyborgs. Joining them in this match will be Team 25707, Solar Flare.
All right, let's make this official. Blue Alliance, we're looking for a thumbs up from the Blue Alliance. Buff Cyborgs, Buff Cyborgs. Thumbs up, there you go. Red Alliance, thumbs up there. Referees, how we looking? Thumbs up from all of our volunteer referees. And from our scorekeepers, flippers up. We are diving into the deep. All right, deep breath, everybody. Qualification match number 1 starts in 3, 2, 1. We enter our 30-second autonomous period. Precision Cut-Ups is harvesting samples, the yellow neutral samples, to the basket play, each one being worth 8 points. That will double in teleop. Ben, how do things look over there?
We're seeing a very impressive auto from Solar Flare. They are looking to place their 4th neutral sample into the high basket, which they do.
We're going to let autonomous roll out here the final few seconds as human players start staging specimens in the observation zones.
Drivers, pick up your controls.
42 to 24, early advantage
3,
blue.
2, 1.
84-48 as all those points convert to teleop points as well. Now, these robots can play the basket side or they can hang specimens on the colored chambers at the end of the submersible. The submersible is that structure in the middle of the field. How's the Blue Alliance looking, Ben?
Well, we see the Buff Cyborgs right now trying to place one of those specimens on their high chamber, which they successfully do. They now have 2 specimens on the high chamber.
Precision Cut-Ups is working the submersible, harvesting those neutral yellows. They're on the Red Alliance, so they can actually score reds or yellows in the baskets. Each one in the high basket, 8 points. The lower is 4. We've got Team 22240, that's Rough Estimate. They have clipped a specimen on the high chamber that will count for 10 points. It's not fully clipped, so they're gonna have to be careful that they don't dislodge it.
Over on the Blue Alliance, it looks like we had some technical difficulties, but it looks like Solar Flare is back up and running. Oh, and just as I say that, it looks like their connection got lost again. Let's see if they can get that sorted out.
One of the drivers here on cut-ups points out to his team in the Red Alliance, 1 minute remaining, actually 55 seconds now. Endgame starts at 30. Solar Flare there, Ben, they competed yesterday at peak skills. So these kids are working on very little sleep. They came in through the snow last night to Corning. They're going for an early hang here in Teleop. They've got 10 spare seconds before we enter endgame as Precision Cut-Ups makes more cycles to the submersible.
Solar Flare letting Buff Cyborgs run more samples before we head into the endgame.
Really effective deposit device here on Precision Cut-Ups. It's 3D printed. They have an internal transfer from their active intake to the deposit bucket. It's got a servo gate on it that helps retain control of the sample when they're at height. There they go. They deposit it like clockwork. 10 seconds in endgame.
All right, here in the endgame, we're going to see the robots try to hang on the submersible to add more points to their total score. And that's the match.
That's match number 1. Let's give it up for these teams. The results to match number 1 at the Corning qualifier. Red wins. It's a 178 to 122. Excellent work from Rough Estimate and Precision Cut-Ups. The question, just because I think we have a lot of folks curious, was about 25707 Solar Flare's Teleop ascent, that level 2 ascent. They started ascending at 42 seconds, which is before endgame, but it is legal. It does qualify, it does count for 15 points, so kudos to them, and kudos to the Red Alliance. 178 is the bar. We're gonna shift our focus over to field number 2. Ben, let's meet the Blue Alliance.
Yeah, over on the Blue Alliance, for the audience, that is the left side of the field, we have Team 5485, the Gorilla Bots from Corning, New York. And joining them from Buffalo is Electric Mayhem Green, Team 12736. Who's over on the Red Alliance, Mike?
So Mayhem Green has this cool charge-up defibrillator thing. Do it again, because Justin asked you guys a question in the middle of your team cheer. I want you guys to have your moment. On the Red Alliance, we've got Team 27186. It's CSR, Citizen Science Robotics from Liverpool, New York, one of our rookie teams. As you hear us announce these team numbers today, 2 5s, 2 6s, and 2 7s are some of our newer teams in the region. They are paired with Team 25369 from Lowville, New York. It's the Steampunks. I think I heard a train whistle there. I like that. Is that your guys's? Is that yours? Steam. It's a steam whistle. I get it. It's a steam. I love that. All right. Head referee Bradley still on the field doing a checkout with our Blue Alliance as they get everything configured. Let's slide over here. Red, we're looking for thumbs up from both teams, CSR and Steampunks. Excellent. We're going to let our Gorilla Bots get hands off the bot. I see you. No worries.
Something interesting strategy-wise. You can see Gorilla Bots isn't in front of their own robot right now. They're actually in front of Electric Mayhem Green's robot. They might be switching that position after auto runs. They might think that Electric Mayhem Green is better at doing the high bucket, and they're better at doing the specimens. We'll have to see how it plays out.
Miro, Gorilla Bots, Mayhem's looking for thumbs up, and Mayhem, thumbs up. Nate, you got it? Cool. Referees, we're looking good, and scorekeepers in the back row. There we go. All right, teams, deep breath. First match of the day. It's all good. All right, qualification match number 2 starts in 3, 2, 1. We see 4 bots in motion on Autonomous. That's great. It's late in the season, so a lot of these teams have practiced this. Looks like 25369 Steampunks is looking to, and they do, clip a specimen on the high chamber.
Gorilla Bots is working very fast, clipping those specimens. Actually, in the process of clipping a specimen, unclips one of their first ones that they scored.
That could be easy pickings for them in Teleop.
Looks like the robots have slowed to a stop. Get into
Drivers,
Teleop
pick up your
period.
controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we see 4 bots come alive. Now, those yellow samples, those are neutral. Those are easy pickings for any team. but teams need to stay away from the opposing alliance's color. Red stays with red, blue to blue. It'll be interesting to see if the blue alliance picks up that low sample that's right in front of the submersible. It looks like that Mayhem might be angling to bring it back to their human player.
Yeah, in the blue alliance, we saw that swap. GorillaBots was doing the specimens in the autonomous period, but are now doing the samples in Teleop, working on that high basket.
CSR with their belt lift is going after yellow samples, working on the high basket, 8 points each. They did have one tumble backward. Hopefully they can retain or reclaim some of them that are on the floor and get them scored out to the basket. Meanwhile, we've got Steampunks now 3 specimens in on the high chamber to Blues 4 on your side, Ben.
GorillaBots coming up for another score on the high basket. They are filling that basket up almost halfway full. As that basket gets more and more full, it might get harder to score those elements.
Meanwhile, with a minute remaining, it's 106 to 59, 67 that is. Advantage blue at this point. GorillaBots putting a serious lead on them with that basket work. And Ben, you were right about the strategy. We've reversed now with Mayhem Green making quick work of the high chamber. CSR comes back for another yellow sample. They drop it, but I think we'll get it. We've got 7 seconds to end game.
All right, Electric Mayhem Green are depositing an element in the observation zone and now looking to clip it on the high chamber.
We've got a 6 to 5 specimen advantage in favor of blue. We are in endgame, so teams will start climbing. CSR goes from the floor up to the 3rd rung, but that will be only a level 2 ascent. Meanwhile, Steampunks does nice work there. Wow, really efficient hang for the Red Alliance. And green is up as well. That is Electric Mayhem Green. GorillaBots Parks, give a hand. That was a great match. Here comes match number 2 results. Blue Alliance wins.
That is
A
Electric
new
Mayhem.
event high score. Look at that. 184 to 122. That's from the GorillaBots and Electric Mayhem Green. That is some awesome work. Teleop score, 143 points in Teleop. Well done.
All right, I know you've been dying to meet the Blue Alliance over here. First, we have team number 27364, the Battery Battalion. Joining our friends in camo is team 6347, the Nerds of a Feather.
And we've got, over here on the Red Alliance, a local team, 5484, it's the Enderbots. And you might not hear them until you step on them. It's team 14281, the Ravenna Rattlesnakes. All right, so let's do our check-in. We're looking over to the Blue Alliance, looking for a thumbs up from the Blue Alliance. Nerds Battalion, Red Alliance, thumbs up. Excellent. Referees, welcome back to it, thumbs up. Scorekeepers, we've got it. Ben, why don't you count it down?
All right, we will be beginning match 3 in 3, 2, 1.
2 bots alive on the red side, 4 bots alive on the field as Enderbots connects for their first specimen on the high chamber.
Over on the Blue Alliance, we see Nerds of a Feather. They have their lift up, but it looks like they dropped their sample.
Ravenna has this big green machine. We saw it perform most recently, I think, at Utica. They've got 3D printed intake and a bucket transfer that makes short work of the basket stand over here, leaving 1 sample. Oh no, 2 samples down. That'll score for net zone.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And 4 bots alive as the match continues. Ben?
All the robots are springing to life on the Blue Alliance. We see the battalion, the Battery Battalion, with the blue and gold color scheme, anodized aluminum, very clean robot, score a sample in the high basket.
We've got Ravenna over here trying to diagnose a problem on the fly. They've got something wrong with their lift, so they cannot do basket work right now. They're going to have to shift their focus and pivot. Smart. Defensive play. Red goes to blue side to harvest the neutral yellows. Completely legal, and they're going to try to sneak one out from Battery Battalion's nose. They do. They're successful. Great defensive play here from the Rattlesnakes.
It looks like the Nerds of the Feather are also having some technical difficulties.
Enderbots
They seem to have their
Sorry, Ben, go ahead.
They seem to have their lift stuck, We'll see if they can do any work scoring samples in the low goal where they don't necessarily need their lift.
Ravina's partner, the Enderbots, local favorite 5484, is doing a nice job of their human player cycling specimens into that observation zone. That's the one place on the field where human hands can make contact with game elements. They have to not be there at the same time as the robot. They'll convert them into specimens, and Enderbots has 3 racked and stacked, ready to score. 38 seconds remaining.
The Nerds have pivoted their strategy to score in the low net zone. You don't get as many points for that, but the ability to adapt during technical difficulties is really what make the difference in the match.
Ravina doing a nice job clearing way for Enderbots. Enderbots, every specimen, 10 points to the Red Alliance there as they make contact for specimen number 6 there on the high chamber. 9 seconds remaining, 120 to 46, advantage Red.
I'm hearing hang, hang, hang on the Blue Alliance as the Battery Battalion goes up with just 2 seconds left.
So it looks like Ravina is in contact with that lower rung. We'll let our referees make the call on that. That could be a level 1 ascent. Pretty clear that Battery Battalion is up on a level 2 ascent there for the Blue Alliance. A match well played. Teams, thank you for your patience. Ben, you want to check in with the scorekeepers about match 3?
We have scores for match 3? It looks like we do. All right. Please direct your attention to the scoreboards to see how our teams did in match 3. And we have the Red Alliance winning, the Enderbots and Ravina Rattlesnakes, taking it 123 to 72. All right, shifting our focus over to Field 2, we're going to be starting match number 4. Let's meet our Blue Alliance. Over here on the Blue Alliance, we have Team 17222, Team Proda. Joining them from Penfield, New York, we have Team 6996, Oncoming Storm.
And over here on the Red Alliance, 2 teams that know each other very well. And it's all about style here. I just want to say, RoboVines, you're looking just awesome. Awesome fit. Our green team, 6955 from Ballston Spa. It's the RoboVines, a 4-H team from near Albany, New York. And not to be outmatched with the sartorial choices, a local favorite team, 12833. It's Mechanical Meltdown. All 4 of these teams know each other very well. This is a special match. They compete against each other all season long. Bradley's making some adjustments over here with the Blue Alliance. The robots do need to be in contact with the side wall one way or another, and then out of the scoring zones. So out of the tape zones. Looks like we're clear here on the Red Alliance. We're going to ask our Blue Alliance, Proda and Oncoming Storm, thumbs up. Storm, thumbs up, solid. Awesome. Red Alliance referees, love it. Scorekeepers in the back. There it is. All right, we'll count this down in 3, 2, 1. Mechanical Meltdown doing quick sample work on the basket side. They have a 4-sample auto. Unfortunately, the second one doesn't quite make it. Really cool bit of programming here, though. It knows that it fails, and it advances itself autonomously to the next one. Awesome work. Ben?
Both bots on the Blue Alliance have scored. It looks like Proda is going for their second specimen. Oh, and they just missed the clip. Sometimes those clips can be tough to grab onto the bar.
Keep an eye on Proda. I don't want to
pick up your
interrupt them right
controllers.
now.
3, 2, 1.
Keep an eye on Proda. They're one of the only teams in Excelsior that has a 3rd level ascent. We'll see if we see that late in the game. RoboVines drives over one of their samples. We'll see if they reclaim that for their Red Alliance. Mechmelt back at the high basket, scoring again. Early lead Red, 76 to 36.
On the Blue Alliance, we see Oncoming Storm going for the high basket while they let Proda do the specimen hangs. Oncoming Storm is now going for their 3rd sample, which they get.
Mechmelt has these 2 compliant gripper wheels that they use, one direction for intake, one direction to score as they go back to the submersible for more yellow samples. Their human player is calling out to the drive team, 120, making sure that the team is aware how much time remains on the clock. Even game, 92-90 here with 1 minute remaining. This could go either way. And again, those end game hangs, those ascents, I should say, rather, are going to be critical to these teams' success in the final tally.
It looks like almost all teams have exhausted the samples and specimens that laid out on the field initially in the match, and they're all going into that submersible to pick up samples.
RoboVines has a beautifully 3D printed gripper endgame here, endgame teams. They use that gripper to suspend specimens in kind of an upside down manner on that high chamber as they come back to score another one. 20 seconds. We are all tied up, friends. 126, 17 seconds to go. Give it up for these teams in qualification match number 4. Froda goes 3. Froda goes 3. McMelt is up for a 2. Can Oncoming Storm match it? They do. Look at that. And let's see that match 4 result. And in Laurelyn, our scorekeeper's hard at work here behind the scenes. This is match 4 result. Speaking of Proto in match 4, this was the level 3 and level 4, level 2 and level 3 ascent. Wow, but look at that composite. Look at that score. Look at that score. There is no shame there. RoboVines and MechMelt put out a solid 165, and the Blue Alliance bested them by 6 points. That is a great composite, and that's the kind of competition we're looking for all day long. That's awesome.
All right. Closest to the audience, we have Team 5484, the Enderbots. Joining them from Scarsdale, New York, is Team 25707, Solar Flare.
And they are facing off against Team 10161. The first time we're seeing them today. Won't you please welcome the Suits? And you can hear them coming with that steam whistle. It's Team 25369, the Steampunks. There it is. I love that so much. I love that. All right, this is going to take us to match number 5. This is match number 5, I should say, on field number 1. We're looking for Solar Flare, Enderbots, a thumbs up that we are ready. Red Alliance, thumbs up. Steampunk Suits, excellent. Welcome, good to have you guys with us. Referees, thumbs up. And Ann and Laurelyn, our scorekeepers, excellent all the way around. Ben, why don't you take this one?
All righty, match 5 will begin in 3, 2, 1. There's a loud what coming from Solar Flare.
Well, that didn't quite go to plan for Steampunks. They were trying for the 10-point specimen, and it failed, but it made contact with the low bar, so I think they'll take the 5 points and run.
I'm hearing Solar Flare say odometry, odometry. Odometry is a system that some of these robots use of wheels that aren't powered but have sensors on them for the robots to detect where they are on the field.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
60-12 as we begin teleop. All 4 bots in motion. Again, a note that Solar Flare competed yesterday and arrived in Corning very late last night through the snowstorm. So glad to have them with us. It's a long, long weekend for those kids on 25707. Their partners, the Enderbots, Ben, they're down there in the submersible. How do things look over there?
Yeah, they're going back and forth between the submersible and that observation zone. They need to first take the samples to the observation zone to convert them into specimens by putting that clip on them. After that, they can score them on the high chamber. It looks like they're just storing up specimens so that they can score them all later in the match.
Team 10161, I'm not sure if it's in a bout of environmental mindedness, but they have a really unusual and unique bottle-shaped gripper. It's literally the top of a plastic bottle that works on some cabling or some ropes to grasp samples. You could visit the pits and visit with the Suits to learn more about how they innovated it. 70-36, the Blue Alliance leads with 1 minute remaining.
Solar Flare seems to be having some problems with their lift. They're instead using the samples and the low net to score those even with their robot not functioning as intended.
Steampunks 25369 with 4 specimens hung on the submersible, 3 of them high, good for a total of 30 points. Suits comes into their low basket, releases with that Really cool bottle gripper. Endgame, that is 90 to 50, advantage blue.
Enderbots are a scoring machine on that high chamber, now doing their 7th specimen on their high chamber.
Watch your time, 15
That's
seconds.
a total of
15
70
seconds on the
points.
clock.
Enderbots are going up to hang. They are in the air, swinging back and forth. Their alliance partners, Solar Flare, are trying to join them. And that is the match.
Hey, Ben, I know we've got, I think, match 5 stockpiled. Let's get from the scorekeepers. Let's push this to the big board.
Yeah, let's see our results for match number 5 on the screen. Is the Blue Alliance. The Blue Alliance of the Enderbots and Solar Flare.
And again,
140 to 76.
Sorry, Ben. You can see that 9 with the up arrow next to it on the Blue Alliance. That means that Solar Flare has moved up into the 9th spot. We are going to see a lot of churn, a lot of changes throughout the day as teams, win and lose matches. That's all based on ranking points. There's a whole tiebreaker system. There's all sorts of information available for that. There's a game guide out there that Team TARDIS 5356 has published. If you are a spectator or somebody that wants to know more about the ins and outs of the games. All right, we've been given the go-ahead to proceed with match number 6. Ben, where are you, buddy? There you are. Let's meet the Red Alliance, and they are both parts of what's called the FTC Open Alliance. Open Alliance is something you can learn about from Team 12736 Electric Mayhem Green up at the Nichols School. It's a part of their project on outreach throughout the global FIRST community, and I do believe nerds are members of the Open Alliance. Come see Green and Nerds for more, but let's properly meet them. Once you give it up for Team 12736, it's Electric Mayhem Green. And they are partnered with Team 6347. It's Nerds of a Feather.
Joining them in this match will be Team 17222, Team Proda. And their alliance partner, their number is about 22240, but that's just a rough estimate. Give it up for a rough estimate. Sorry, bad joke.
No, that's a dad joke, not a bad joke. That was solid. That was solid. All right, this is qualification match number 6. Our teams have been patiently waiting. Let's get a thumbs up. Reds, awesome. Blues, and rough estimate. Finn, thumbs up. Solid, cool. Referees, awesome. And scorekeepers, we love it. Ben, count it down, buddy.
All right, match number 6 will begin in 3, 2, 1.
3 of our 4 bots alive as Mayhem Green secures a specimen to the top chamber. Nerds is not loving what their autonomous is doing right now. How are things looking on the blue side?
Yeah, we see Team Proda starting to cycle things into their observation zone. They've put one of their samples into their observation zone and are now looking to score the specimen for 2 specimens on the high chamber and a park.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
The score going into the teleop period favors the Blue Alliance. It's still anyone's game.
Checking in with Nerds of a Feather, they had some concerns coming out of Autonomous that they might have a wrist problem for their handoff. We're about to see if it's behaving. Looks like they're going to be a net zone bot. There is a triangular scoring zone right here in front of me at the bottom of the base, the basket stack. They still can harvest from this submersible and score 2 points apiece for samples in the net zone. Ben?
Proda is being a scoring machine on that high chamber, already getting 5 specimens on the high chamber. That's 50 points. And we're only at the beginning of the match.
I love this Mayhem Green bot. It's speedy, unique looking. They have a pair of symmetrical grippers for their specimens. They can score off either side of the bot. I visited with them earlier in the season. That's so that they don't have to do quite as much driving. They can score off either side without having to spin around.
Taking a look over at the Blue Alliance, their high chamber is just about full. They already have seven specimens on the high chamber.
I know you say full, but I've seen teams get by hand just to see what the capacity is. I think it's like 16 or something like that. We'll see how high we go. How much time do we have, Ben?
We have 36 seconds. We're about to head into our end game period.
Mayhem Green looking to tackle a red specimen in there. Proto, here they come.
Proto seem to be locking onto that third ascent bar.
Look at that. Look at that. And wow, Mayhem. They've got to be hanging clear. Nah, not quite. Mayhem Green, they'll get that by the end of the day, I'm sure. 12-7-36, they've got to be hanging freely from that second rung, or really it's the first rung for a second level ascent. We're going to let the referees do their work. That Protobot, kudos to them. We see, a lot of 3D printed and a lot of fancy. I'm going to shout these kids out. That's just some channel that they took a notch out of for their stabilization bar. It's honestly rough and a little bit homebrew, and it does such an effective job. And I just think that that's awesome for that team. Second time, 30 points on the board in endgame.
And it seems like we have scores for qualification match number 6. Let's see those up on the big screen. And the winner is the Blue Alliance of Proto and Rough Estimate. Yeah, it looked like there were 5 foul points made by the Red Alliance, given to the Blue Alliance. All right, now that we have all 4 robots on the field, we're gonna start meeting our teams for qualification match number 7. Starting over on the Blue Alliance, we have team 8863 Precision Cut-Ups from Tully, New York. And coming off of a brief fix of some mechanical issues, we have team 14281, the Ravenna Rattlesnakes from Ravenna, New York.
And on the Red Alliance, in the second gameplay of the day, it's team 12833. It's Mechanical Meltdown from Watkins Glen and Finger Lakes Area Robotic Experience. They are partnered with team 27186, one of the newest teams in the Excelsior region. Won't you please give a warm welcome to CSR? Thank you for the patience as we got Ravenna up and running. This is match number 7. We're going to play 7 and 8 and then head to lunch. Blue Alliance, can I see some thumbs up or rattles, as the case may be? Beautiful. Red Alliance, CSR, Mechmelt, thumbs, good to go. Referees as well, scorekeepers, we are ready. I'll count this one down in 3, 2, 1.
All right, we have Precision Cut-Ups working quickly, scoring in that high basket.
Mechmelt has the same error that they had in their first match where they missed one sample. They've got a distance sensor on their intake right between those wheels. It watches for a sample to be taken in, and if it doesn't see one, it will advance to the very next sample and proceed. It's going to go in for a level 1 touch right there, and that gets them 3 more points from the submersible.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we've got 4 bots live. We love to see it as CSR goes to the high basket. They pivot around Mechanical Meltdown. I think Mechmelt is going to end up playing the specimen game in this match number 7.
We see Ravenna doing a little bit of defense, taking that sample from the Red Alliance side and giving it over to Precision Cut-Ups to score.
Hat tip to Mechmelt over here on the Red Alliance. I saw them do it. The drive team knows exactly how to play this game. You can possess 1 sample at a time. And they had to do some delicate driving off of their wheel hubs to make sure that they didn't overpossess and incur a foul from the referees. Nicely done. Compliments to Mechmelt.
It looks like Precision Cut-Ups is heading over to the other side of the field. They have an element stuck in their robot, so they're going to play a little bit of a disruption. They're going to play some defense. And see what they can do without being able to touch another element and exceed that one sample limit.
Mechmelt has transitioned their phase of gameplay. We go from harvesting, now they are setting these specimens on the high chamber on the red side, effective for 10 points each for their alliance. Early advantage 103-25 to the Red Alliance.
Ravina is making quick work of those samples, putting them into the net zone, the triangular region near the baskets.
CSR takes their servo-driven gripper into the submersible. They're going to lift up to the high basket and deposit 8 points to the Red Alliance. That's endgame, endgame, endgame.
Precision Cut-Ups lining up to start their level 2 ascent. I think they're going to wait till later in the endgame to...
CSR makes way for Mechmelt as they go for what will be a level 2 ascent. They can go to the upper rung from the floor. They're having a hard time addressing the bar. Mechmelt is up.
There we go. And we end the match with Precision Cut-Ups and Mechmelt swinging from the bar. Looks quite fun.
You know, Ben, it's so fun to announce throughout the season in the Excelsior region. I was just checked in with the Mechmelt drive team. This is the first qualifier where they're able to hang. They've been working on it all season. They knew that the bot would mature as the season progressed. To see them reach that successfully, 15 points to the Red Alliance for that hang. Same thing in return for Precision Cut-Ups. We'll let the referees take care of the math from here.
We're going to look at the match 7 score on the board. Let's see it. Results of match number 7. It is the Red Alliance, Mechanical Meltdown, and CSR. Very good performance. 114 points scored in Teleop. Over on the Blue Alliance, another local team from Corning. We have Team 5485, the Gorilla Bots. And joining them from Buffalo is Team 5319, the Buff Cyborgs.
We want to take a moment. This is a nice pairing we've got over here for Excelsior. One of the oldest teams and one of our newest. We've got Team 6955. It's the RoboVines. And won't you give, please, a great Excelsior welcome in their second, I believe, maybe third match play of the season. It's Team 27364. It's the Battery Battalion. Rookie team. All right, RoboVines, Battery Battalion, can I get a thumbs up from you from the Red Alliance? Solid. Blue Alliance, Buff Cy, and Gorilla. Gorilla Cyborgs. Sounds terrifying, actually. Referees, we're looking for thumbs up from all of you and from our scorekeepers in the background. Ben, over to you, buddy.
All right, we're ready to start match 8 here on field 2 in 3, 2, 1.
RoboVines goes for early basket scoring with their yellow samples. Up goes their lift, and
Gorilla Bot
goes. Go ahead.
is very speedy, getting all those samples into the observation zone.
I will say the RoboVines bot looks like me on a morning I've had a little too much coffee, but we'll see how they do in Teleop here.
The Gorilla bots seem to have suddenly stopped during their autonomous. I don't know if that's a function of
Drivers, pick up your
drivers
controllers.
stopping their program.
Or
3,
that technical issue
2,
from before. Hopefully they sort it
1.
out. Oh, they canceled their auto bend because they had 2 specimens inside. You can only possess 1. So they, by not operating, I don't know if they incurred that foul or not. We'll find out late in the game. Let's get back to it. Here we are in Teleop.
Gorilla bots are switching over from their specimen scoring to sample scoring in the high basket. They're scoring all of those samples that were left on the field from the autonomous period.
RoboVine scoring yellows out of the submersible up into the high basket. Meanwhile, Battery Battalion has 3 specimens on the wall, racked and stacked, ready to score in the high chamber.
The Buff Cyborgs are working specimen duty, now picking up a specimen from their observation zone.
You can see the human player from Gorilla Bots partnering with the drive team from Buff Cyborgs. Great to see the cooperation. Listen, with a minute to go, Ben, it's 52-48. This is absolutely anybody's game.
Gorilla bots starting to fill that high basket about halfway full. It's about neck and neck for samples and baskets. Blue Alliance has a slight lead on specimens, 2-1. It is still anyone's game to win.
RoboVine's communicating here. They had intake a blue sample, and they knew that they needed to get rid of it, so they pivoted around to drop that. You've got to possess only neutral yellows or your own alliance color. It looks like RoboVines has a disconnect here as well, as the Red Alliance is struggling to get some points on the board. FTA Will swings by. We've got 102 to 76 here to 86. 10 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go in endgame as Battery Battalion comes in for what could be a 15-point hang. Ascent, that is. Round of applause, friends. That takes us to lunch. All right, as we get back into it, Ben, we're going to take a look at the scores from qualification match number 8. Scorekeepers are going to push that for us now. This is what took us out to lunch. A result here is Red wins. This was, a close, oh no! All right, let's take a look at these numbers. I said oh no because of the fouls. The Red Alliance comes out with the win, 116 to 113, but it was kind of a gift. The Gorilla Bots and Buff Cyborgs threw 15 points in fouls, which is either a major and a minor or 3 minors. They gave that gift of 15 points to the Red Alliance, and that's how the game is played. Red Alliance wins. So actions have consequences, so do fouls. We'll look for clean games through the afternoon as we resume match play with qualification match number 9. All right. We're welcoming to game announcing from Team TARDIS 5356, Victor Rusev, one of our programmers. Victor, in match number 9, let's meet the Blue Alliance.
All right, over here on the Blue Alliance, we have, let's check here. Let me just verify. We have Team 22240, Rough Estimate.
There it is, there it is. Keep rolling.
And with them, Team 6996, Oncoming Storm.
And they will face off in match number 9 against the Red Alliance. It's Team 10161. It's the Suits from Fayetteville, New York. They are partnered up with Team 14281. It's the Ravenna Rattlesnakes. All right, eyes on field number 1. We're going to Blue Alliance, looking for a thumbs up from both of you. Red Alliance, thumbs up from both of you. Excellent. From the referees as well. And over here to the scorekeepers. Victor, count it down, buddy.
Are we ready? Let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, wow, that was really cool. So Ravenna has their transfer, they're gonna have to be careful here. Went for the high basket, bounced out, and it went in the medium basket, and they've now turned off their auto. They don't want to double possess. They've got a stuck sample just there. How are things looking on the Blue Alliance?
Oncoming Storm has thus far 2 samples in their high basket for auto. Rough Estimate appears to have gone for a specimen, but pivoted over to a park in the observation zone.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
As we enter teleop, it's 35-8, advantage Blue in the early going. Let's see what these teams can put together. Remember that they are going for ranking points that will put them, set them apart in the standings as we go towards eliminations this afternoon. We've got the Suits navigating with their bottle gripper to the baskets on the Red Alliance basket size. How are things looking on the Blue Alliance?
Over here on Blue, Oncoming Storm got in another sample in the high basket. Rough Estimate is trying to get a specimen scored on the high chamber. A little bit of difficulty here, which can happen, as it is. Oncoming Storm coming in for another high basket with a blue sample. Generally, the strategy here is to try and stick to yellow samples for the high basket and blue and keep blue samples ready for specimens.
Okay, this is absolutely incredible gameplay. Sorry to interrupt you. Ravenna is going to get an award from the MC for creative thinking. I can't really do that, but I'm going to. 14281, check this out. They had a specimen stuck under their bot. They deployed their hang mechanism to partially hang, get it out from under them, and then resume gameplay. Round of applause for Ravenna. Quick thinking there. Absolutely phenomenal work. That is awesome. Unfortunately, blue leads significantly, 51-8, but a huge pat on the back to the kids from Ravenna here. Victor?
Rough Estimate's gotten the one specimen that they had stuck in, and that's the start of endgame. So hopefully we're going to see some level 2 or level 3 ascends here. Rough Estimate seems to be going in for a level 1 or level 2 ascent. Oncoming Storm prepping a level 2. Seems like a crunching mechanism. And it looks like they get it.
Beautiful hang for the Blue Alliance. That'll be worth 15 points. That is what we call a level 2 ascent. The suits have achieved a level 1 ascent with their mechanism touching the level 2 rung. Victor, I think we can turn around for 9 from our scorekeepers, Ann and Laura Lynn behind the scenes. Let's turn our eyes to the big boards. Match results from Q9. Blue Alliance wins it, 76-29. We'll leave that up on the board here for a second. If you're with me in the field house, I'm over here to your right. These black numbers after the ends of the team numbers, these are their current alliance positions, or I should say their ranking positions. So Oncoming Storm is in the 4th position. Rough Estimate here, 22240 in the 2nd. That loss moved the Suits and Ravenna down in the standings. Why does that matter? Well, after qualification match, 22 or so, we move to alliance selections where teams will pair off for a double elimination competition, a kind of a tournament to finish the day. The 4 highest ranked teams are what we call our alliance captains. Much more on that to come. The teams are going to get through 5 gameplays each before we get to that point. Victor, over to you to introduce Blue Qual 10.
Over here on Blue Alliance, coming from Buffalo, New York, we have team 5319 Buff Cyborgs. And they will be assisted by team 27364 Barry Battalion. A lot of energy over here for the Blue Alliance. Let's kick it over to the red.
And they will face off against the Red Alliance. Again, that's team 25369. You'll hear the steam whistle in a second. It's the Steampunks. Oh, did I hear it? I don't know if I heard it. They're playing with our 3rd level ascenders. They've been awesome on the day. This is match play 3 for them. It's team 17222 from Twin Tiers Christian. It's Proda. If you're just joining us, watch them late in the game. They've got one of the best hangs in the Excelsior region. We're looking for a thumbs up from Buff and Battery. Ready to go? Thumbs up over here. Proto Steampunks from our referee crew, from our scorekeepers. We're going to play match number 10 here in 3, 2, 1. Proto goes for a specimen on the high chamber, as does Steampunks. That's actually one of the first alternate specimen attempts that we've seen. Wasn't quite successful, but great game strategy to see. We move through auto. Blue?
Buff Cyborgs narrowly missing a specimen in their auto, but they're getting another one up. Will they get? They got it. Barry Battalion, pause the...
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And here goes Teleop. Close game, 23-20, advantage red as Proto sweeps more samples to their human player in the observation zone. You may remember from this morning, they can sweep specimens there. Human player can attach a clip that upgrades that sample to a specimen, at which point it can be hung on the high chamber. Victor, how do things look on blue?
Barry Battalion accidentally tossing a sample outside of the field. It's okay. We have a nice strategy over here with Buff Cyborgs aiming on specimen side, trying to get as many of them in play as possible, while Barry Battalion focuses on the basket.
Proto's making a real strategic decision, harvesting a dropped specimen out of the sub for redeployment, if you will, by their human player. Similarly, Buff Cyborgs and Battery Battalion, they've got 2 opportunities in the sub to pick up converted specimens. We'll see if they play smart and get those on the high chamber. Steampunk's looking to get out of the way of their partner, Proto, here on the red side.
Barry Battalion with 2 samples in the high basket. Buff Cyborgs currently has 2 specimens up. Will they be able to put up more?
Proto talking with their, oh no, they just dislodged a specimen. We'll see if they can harvest that out of the bottom of the chamber. 50 seconds remaining. I think they've got plenty of time. Steampunks harvesting another red sample to give to their Alliance human player.
Barry Battalion getting another sample in the high basket. And Buff Cyborgs seems to be trying to reclaim one of their lost specimens. They do get it.
FCA's Proto just disconnected. Just enough room for Steampunks to squeak through with a specimen. Hopefully Proto comes alive for the Red Alliance. We know how effective their hang
Buff
has been.
Cyborgs getting their third specimen on the high chamber. It's a little precarious here.
Can Proto do it? Can Proto do it? They're up on 2, as is Steampunks.
3 level 2 ascends.
That's awesome. 63 red, 76 blue. You might call that for Proto a wing and a prayer. If you know, you know. Nice job, Twin Tears. That's awesome. That could be worth 30 points to the Red Alliance, 15 on the backside for the blue from those level 2 ascents. We'll wait for the referees to add it all up. We're going to turn our eyes to our scorekeeping crew for results from match number 10, I think it is we're looking for. No, 10? Yep. 10. Go ahead and push it to the big boards.
And it's a win for the Red Alliance. 94 to 98.
Oh, look at the fouls again. Look at the fouls.
It's a 5-point foul.
And that mattered. That threw
Without the 5-point foul, it would have been in favor of blue, 94 to 93. So
there you go.
Fair play can really make or break a game.
And we're going to turn our eyes to field number 1 for match number 11. On the blue side, we're still looking for, and they've had a quick cycle, we're looking for the suits. They did just play, so we'll pump the brakes here just a second, let them take the field. I will introduce the Red Alliance very slowly. From the Nichols School in Buffalo, New York, home of snow, the Bills, chicken wings, really close to a waterfall. It is team 1-2-7. I'm giving the suits time. 3-6. It's still too fast? All right. Friends, give it up for Electric Mayhem Green. Everybody in the bleachers that is just there like, what is he doing? Over here on my right, partnered with Green, is more Green. It is the Robovines. It's team 6955, a 4-H team from Ballston Spa. Little fun trivia, Robovines was one of the 3 teams that represented Excelsior at the World Championship last April in Houston, Texas. They are, yep, absolutely, a super well-established team. You can tell by their low number, they've been in the region quite a long time. Our newest teams are numbered 25,000, 26,000, and 27,000. Victor, over to you. Let's meet the Blue Alliance.
First off, we have team 8863 Precision Cut-Ups. With them is team 10161 The Suits.
And all jokes aside, if anybody in the bleachers was wondering why I was talking about Buffalo, we were giving Suits a little bit of time to get out here. They just played in match number 9, and almost with whiplash, this is match number 11. We want to be good to our teams. They need to change batteries, take a breather, all of that. You guys good to go? Cool? Precision? Cool? Red? Beautiful. Referees are ready, and scorekeepers. We're looking good. Thumbs up from our scorekeepers. Thank you to all of today's volunteers. I'll count this one down. This is match number 11 at the Oncoming Qualifier Excelsior region in 3, 2, 1.
Starting off in auto, we cycling on the high basket. They have a cool 2 gecko wheel intake, side by side parallel to the floor, with little spokes on them, surgical tubing, to quickly intake samples from a variety of orientations.
I was just talking to Robovines over here. It looked like they got stuck, and I said, you could pause, and they chose not to. And I'm glad that they didn't. They've now scored 2 samples in the high basket. Good for
Drivers,
16 points.
Pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we're starting tally-up.
64-55, advantage blue early as Mayhem causes some on the field, going after red samples for their human player. Meanwhile, Robovines getting a little friendly with Suits over here. Legal play, but we're trying to get by Suits so they can create some scoring. Robovine says, nope, we're going to go into the submersible instead. Red Alliance, they can pick up red or yellow samples and score them to the high basket.
Precision Cups continuing to cycle on the high baskets as quickly as possible to rack up points. The Suits are harvesting a yellow sample from the red side of the field, preventing Red Alliance from being able to conveniently grab that nicely placed sample in the middle of the field.
Oh, a little tete-a-tete here as Robovines tried to sneak out the yellow sample from underneath the Suits. They said, no, we'll go back to the sub. 101 to 112. Anybody's game this early. We know those ascents are worth 15 points apiece for level 2. We know Precision Cut-Ups can hang.
Precision Cups continuing to harvest and score in the high basket, racking up a lot of points.
There you go. There you go.
Suits continuing to get that one yellow sample. They got it.
Robovines drops, then picks up, now transfers that sample up to the high basket. Good for 8 points. Blue is pulling ahead 176 to 119, largely, I think, on the shoulders of Precision Cut-Ups. Look at that high basket there, Victor, in the back end. It is rack stacked and loaded with a bunch of samples. Endgame now 192 to 119 as Robovines takes a red sample to the high basket.
The Suits are feeding Precision Cut-Ups some of the samples that they're collecting. Nice teamwork on cycling on the one high basket. And we're getting stage 2 and stage 1 ascends. Precision Cut-Ups gets
is
to
up.
stage 2. Suits with
Mayhem.
the stage 1.
We know Mayhem had tried for their level 2 earlier.
That's game.
Uh-huh.
If we walk over here to the high basket on Blue Alliance, we got really a fully packed basket here.
Looks really good.
When you get cycling really quickly, eventually you will get baskets filled with like this, and then it gets very difficult to score more points. You could pivot over to the lower basket down here, but if you're skilled enough and have enough precision, you can gently place samples on top and they will still count for points.
Victor, we've got scores from 11. You want to call it out from the scorekeepers?
Sure.
Go ahead and push it, scorekeepers.
And it's the Blue Alliance with a score of 169 to 143. Still penalties here. 13 fouls over, giving 15 points of penalty awarded to the Blue Alliance for this. It does not seem to have an effect as to whether or not Blue would have won. Robovines dropping down to rank 11.
And that puts Precision Cut-Ups knocking on the door of being an Alliance captain with the 17-team field that we've got today. You want to be one of the top 4 teams as we enter Alliance picks. Precision Cut-Ups is set up for some success here late in the day. All right, we've got a thumbs up from Bradley to keep things moving. Over here on the Red Alliance, I need to know how much sleep you guys didn't get last night. Quite a bit you did not get, right? You got into town late. You played at Peekskill yesterday. Are you running on coffee right now? Sugar?
We got more sleep here than Peekskill.
You got more sleep here than Peekskill. Friends, won't you give it up? Give them a warm welcome. It's Team 25707. It's Solar Flare. They are doing a double this weekend. Peekskill and Corning both. They are partnered with one of our oldest teams in the region. It's Team 6347. It's Nerds of a Feather.
Speaking of old, long-lasting teams, you know them. It's Team 5485, the Gorilla Bots. And they are partnered up with a cousin or sister team right about 10-minute drive away from where Gorilla Bots is at. We got Team 12833, Mechanical Meltdown.
And interesting point. It'll be really, really curious I am to see how the Blue Alliance performs. They've played together many times this season. They know each other's strengths. We'll see how that plays out. Mechmelt, Gorilla, thumbs, solid. Friends over here, thumbs all the way around. Referees, love it. And to our scorekeepers, we've got it From you, Victor, count it down.
3, 2, 1. And we're at the start of auto.
Solar Flare goes to the high basket with their first sample. They've harvested a second autonomously. Up and in, 8 more points for the Red Alliance.
GorillaBot's setting up 3 different specimens. Their auto. Narrowly missed some. And Mechanical Meltdown cycling on the high basket, thus far getting 3 in. Can they get a 4th?
GorillaBot's having an uncharacteristic miss there on their usually very effective specimen hang. We'll see if they recover here. And Teliop.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
84-64, Blue Alliance as we open things up.
3 robots all racing to the submersible immediately. GorillaBot's collecting more blue samples to make specimens to quickly score towards the end of the match.
Solar Flare has a really nice pivoting servo-controlled gripper in and out of the submersible on their extendo very, very efficiently. Meanwhile, GorillaBot's right next to him doing the same thing. Nerds of a Feather had to dislodge a sample so that they didn't incur a penalty. They've got it off. They're trying to harvest a specimen back to their human player. Victor?
Just as a testament to how fast and good this strategy of getting samples and setting up specimen is, we are currently 40 seconds into the match, and GorillaBots has what looks like 10 specimens assembled and ready to be played. And furthermore, Mechanical Meltdown looks like they have about 10 samples in their high basket.
That said, I believe you, 122 to 120 so far. Those blue specimens, here comes GorillaBots late in the game, and it doesn't look like Red has an answer for that rack of specimens. Solar Flare doing beautiful work over here next to me on the high basket. They've got one internal to their bot, though. Oh, nicely done. They got it out with some cardboard shielding.
Mechanical Meltdown focusing on getting a yellow sample, freeing up blues for GorillaBots to score as specimens.
Once GorillaBots has their wall set like that, Victor, they are just an absolute scoring machine. We've got now 6 more in reserve on the wall as we enter endgame.
GorillaBots filling out the entire chamber. A genuine concern regarding this season is that there is a limit to how many game elements you can score in the high basket or high chamber.
Unfortunately, Solar Flare suffered a stuck specimen or sample there deep in their robot that their shielding couldn't account for. They went for the level 2 ascent. That's a great one right there.
We got 2 level 2 ascends. Some good gameplay here by GorillaBots, extending their intake out into the observation zone. In order to count as part, all that you have to do is break the vertical plane.
12 specimens for that strong Blue Alliance, MechMelt and GorillaBots. Really well done there. Beautiful basket work from Solar Flare. That stuck sample took them out of the mix late. We're looking for scores from 12 from our scorekeepers. Push to the big boards, please. We're streaming at excelsiorny.org/live. You're seeing this live as we are. Here we go. From match number 12, goes to the Blue Alliance. Holy cow, 266 to 164, clean match. Love to see it. You'll see that increases or burnishes MechMelt and GorillaBots' resumes. They move into the 5th and 6th positions respectively as they go after those coveted 4 Alliance captain positions, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an event high score, 266. The region and state high score right now is a 356, 90 points higher, set yesterday by Vulcan Robotics and their partners Sharkbots in match number 7 of their eliminations at the Peak Skill Qualifier. Let's meet them. Victor, Blue.
Over here on the Blue Alliance for Qualifier 13, we have Team 27186, Citizen Science Robotics. And they are joined with Team 5319, Buff Cyborgs.
One of our newest teams and one of our oldest teams playing together. Wonderful, wonderful to see it. We just saw both of these teams relatively recently. It's Oncoming Storm at 6996. They come to us from Penfield High School up in the Rochester area. They are teamed with some folks from right here in town. They've got some students on the team that go to this here school. It's Team 5484, the Enderbots. All right, we've got the thumbs up from Bradley. We're looking for thumbs up from CSR, from the Red Alliance, sorry. Thumbs again from the referees and from our scorekeepers. Victor, why don't you count down match number 13?
Match number 13 in 3, 2, 1.
Four
Starting
bots
off
come
auto.
alive. Specimens from the Enderbots on the high chamber as Oncoming Storm gets their first sample up into the high basket.
The Cyborg's getting one specimen in the high chamber. With CSR scoring a couple
Oncoming
samples in the
Storm
high
with their
basket.
second sample up into the high basket. Looks like they're going to go for maybe a level 1 ascent here. Enderbots comes up with an empty
Drivers,
gripper.
pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we're in teleop.
72-36 favors red in the early going. The reason you see those scores jump when teleop begins is that the game pieces scored during autonomous count again in teleop. So it's roughly double, not exactly, but roughly double. Storm's going to the submersible now, looking for yellow or red samples as their partners, the Enderbots, is making quick work of specimens, hanging them on the high chamber. Victor, how's blue looking?
Buff Cyborg Scott has another specimen, and they're scoring it on the high chamber, while CSR is cycling all of the preset samples on the field into their high basket.
Really good communication here in the red box about turning, dropping, dropping. Good call-outs. Each alliance has 2 human players talking with the drive team. Most often, those human players are charged with having a good vision of the entire field overall, and most importantly, probably keeping track of time. Speaking of, we've got 1 minute and 3 seconds left in qualification match number 13.
Buff Cyborg is looking to grab some samples from the field, and CSR grabbing samples from the submersible. And goal here is to score about 8 or 10 points, either from the high chamber or high basket. CSR getting another high chamber scored.
Enderbots gets another red specimen on the high chamber, 144-88 in favor of red, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 specimens, and Oncoming Storm with an equal number of samples in their high basket. 30 seconds. It's endgame now, friends. Endgame.
Buff Cyborgs with another specimen ready for their high chamber. And CSR looking to prepare for a second level ascent. Oh no, a third level ascent. Grabbing right onto the top bar from the ground. Can they get it?
Oncoming Storm leaves a sample in their net zone as both they and the Enderbots approach the rungs for their endgame hangs. 2 seconds to go.
And that's it again.
And
Looks like we have
kudos-
2 second or maybe third level ascent there. It's the ref's call on that. Enderbots with the second level ascent and CSR with...
I want to shout out Oncoming Storm here. They did a good job as a drive team. Teams need to stop controlling the bots at the beginning of that buzzer now with that rule revision, and they did the right thing. They were getting pinched there on the ascent, but they made the right call. Did not incur that penalty from the referees.
Playing on scores for Q13. Here it is. And it's Red Alliance. They score of 179 to 116. Nice clean match, no fouls. Got 128 points in teleop, 36 in auto.
And that also means, Victor, the Enderbots 54-84 local team goes to the #1 position, setting the stage for them to be an alliance captain. We've still got gameplay left. That could change. Oncoming Storm slides up into the #2 position. Great for them as well.
All right, let's start. Meet our teams. Over here on the Blue Alliance in the snazzy green suits, we have team 6955, Robovines. And they are joined by team 1428, 1, Ravina Rattlesnakes.
Over here on the Red Alliance, it's our overnighters, again, our 25707 Solar Flare crew that was at Peak Skill yesterday. They are partnered with, how did the interview go, guys? Thumbs up? Solid. There you go. Thanks, Nate. We've got team 12736. It's Electric Mayhem Green. All right, the stage is set for Q14. Looking to the Red Alliance for thumbs up from both teams. Awesome. Blues, Ravina, Robo, thumbs up. Sweet. Referees, Bradley, and our scorekeepers. We are ready. This is Q14 in 3, 2, 1. 4 robots in motion. Love to see it. Basket from Solar Flare, Specimen from
Robo-Vines
Green.
with this.
Victor, how's things on the blue side?
Rubber Designs with a nice blue specimen. Seems to have stopped their auto right then and there. Ravina trying to go for some high baskets, but unfortunately failed. They'll be able to pick those back up at the start of teleop.
Solar Flare came up just short on their samples for the basket. Touched both of them, but couldn't grapple them up. Here we go.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
52-23 as qualification match 14 teleop gets underway. Solar Flare has quick samples up to the high basket. They've been efficient with that all day long. Mayhem Green is harvesting samples for their human player, creating specimens for scoring on the high chamber.
Ravina getting more samples for their high basket, and Robovine's cycling to gather some samples to make specimens for their high basket, or high chamber.
Solar Flare was very nice. They gave me this shiny new yellow sample. I can't do anything with it. Doesn't count for bonus points, but they got one in the basket that time, so that's good. 78-41, minute 20 remaining, minute 20.
Robovines accidentally got a blue sample on the top of their robot, on top of their shielding, but they were able to drive back and forth using momentum from their drivetrain to kick that sample off of their robot into the observation zone. Now they're scoring it to the high chamber as Ravina Rattlesnakes continues to cycle yellows into the high basket.
If you watch this Mayhem Green bot closely, it's got that dual-sided deposit claw that I talked about right before lunch. They can score on one side and without having to turn, go back, grab another. It reduces their turns by half. Really, really clever design. 148-73, 40 seconds remaining in the match. Solar Flare goes back to the sub, drops in another sample in the high basket. It is over brimming with samples. Here comes their basket again. There's another one.
Robovine's getting another specimen in the high chamber.
Keep it up.
They have a nice array here of 6 specimens, while their teammates, Ravina, are also getting samples into the high basket. Again, it's divvying up the work between the two tasks of this season to get as many points as possible.
Mayhem Green, great communication on the Red Alliance. Green is up. Solar Flare, can they do it too? They do. Looks good. That could be 2 level 2 ascents. Really nicely done. High fives all around on the Red Alliance. We stroll our way back over to field number 2, and we look to our scorekeepers for results from a match or 3 ago.
A little bit of strategy or game. Oh, here we go. Red Alliance wins.
Takes it.
Oh, with 120 to 214. 10 foul points scored to the Blue Alliance.
But a good game for Solar Flare and Electric Mayhem Green, and they're right in the mix, just out of captaincy, but certainly putting together a strong resume as a potential alliance pick.
Let's meet the Blue Alliance for match 15 as we're waiting for red. First off, we have team 6996 Oncoming Storm. And I'm just going to say this a little slowly to give some time. We got team 25369 Steampunks. Oh, I love the train whistle. All right, let's kick it over to red.
I love it. All right, they are facing off against a team that's, I believe, pretty high up in the rankings. Speaking of rankings, it's team 8863. It's Precision Cut-Ups. They're from Tully, New York, originally founded in 2014, just 2 years after their partner. It's 6347, Nerds of a Feather. They're from Clinton, New York. They've been around since 2012. Yeah, Cut-Ups there, ranked number 7. Again, Storm, we highlighted them. Number 2, teams are vying to build a resume so that they can either be an alliance captain or be in the mix as what we would call an alliance partner or a pick. Blue, again, just a quick check-in. You guys looking good? Cool. And back here, solid? Cool. Do we have any players on the field? Good, awesome. And scorekeepers again. Now, Victor, over to you.
This is qualifier number 15 in 3, 2, 1. Oncoming Storm starting off with a high basket auto.
This cut-ups bot is just so fast.
Oncoming Storm, again, grabbing those pre-placed specimens, or samples. They're nice in a consistent spot every single match, so they're very useful for autonomous.
24-16.
Drivers, pick up
Cut-ups
your
didn't
controllers.
transfer on their last sample. Still
3,
impressive precision.
2, 1.
And we're at telly-up.
48-32.
Steampunk's reclaiming a specimen that they unfortunately missed on auto, as Oncoming Storm continues to cycle their high basket.
Over here on cut-ups, the kind of intake that we see, you might see it a little bit closer up on the video feed. It's what we would call an active intake. Looks like it also has a color sensor in there because it just scooped a red sample and it passed it all the way through. I think the bot knew, hey, that's not my color. Really smart control design there so it doesn't possess the wrong sample type and incur a penalty. 64-48, advantage red with 1:20 left to play.
Steampunk's getting a specimen up onto their high chamber as Oncoming Storm gets another sample in their high basket. Now, you can just see there, Steampunk's unfortunately missed the specimen. However, it is still within the field area, so that can be picked up again from the inside of the submersible and rescored. It's reclaimable. So,
Nerds is really working it to get a red specimen up on the high chamber as Cut-Ups comes back with, it looks like a 5th or 6th sample to the high basket. They had struggled for a minute there inside the submersible. There they go, quick turns. That's what we're used to seeing as a fast and efficient cycle from the Cut-Ups. Oh no, it looks like they're, maybe can they score it without damaging their bot?
Oncoming Storm getting another sample in the high basket, with Steampunks getting another specimen on their high chamber, and we're at endgame.
Yeah, Cut-Ups right in front of me, their end effector on their lift. It looks like it busted a screw maybe on the servo. And it also looks like they're struggling to get their hook set for this level 2 ascent. They can't make it hit
Got
the bar.
another
There they go.
specimen in the high chamber by Steampunks as we're prepping some level 2 ascents. Are we gonna get it?
Love to see it.
Steampunks get it. And Oncoming Storm gets it
Nice.
right on time.
Give it up for these kids. 3 level 2 hangs. Match number 15. That is awesome. High fives on the Blue Alliance. Really well done. We're going to keep things moving. Let's get over to our scorekeepers. We're going to try to pick up the pace here, get on track coming out of lunch. Send us a score, please. This should be qualification match, I think maybe number 15.
Match 15 score. Let's see it. And it's the Blue Alliance with a score of 140 to 110, clean match.
Oncoming Storm holds on to their second position, second ranking, I should say it that way. We've got teams on the field. Let's get to it. We've got Proda over here, team 17222. They are partnered with the Battery Battalion. It's team 27,364. They are a family and community team hailing from Rome, New York. This again is their rookie season. Victor, Blue Alliance.
Over on blue, we have team 10161, the Suits. And they are partnered up with team 27186, CSR.
And we are looking Suits. CSR, thumbs up from y'all. Excellent. My friends over on this side, cool. Referees and scorekeepers. We're going to get... Scorekeepers? Got it. We're going to get right to it. Qualification match number 16 in 3, 2, 1.
And we're at the start of auto.
3 robots alive as Proda hooks their first specimen to the top. Battery Battalion looks like they interrupted their auto. Something was amiss. Maybe it was the wrong program. Not sure. Proda harvests a sample to their human player. Human player turns it into a specimen as the bot comes back in to try to score.
CSR cycling on the high basket. They get one from the pre-placed samples on the field.
The look on the Proda humans player face, he didn't quite believe that happened. They got there in by a whisker on the high chamber.
2, 1.
43-20, 2 minutes to play.
Suits starting off by also going for a high basket along with CSR.
Battery Battalion, their belt-driven slides, for some reason, are not working right now. The driver says, I don't have extend, I don't have extend. They're shifting to a push bot so that they can get samples to their net zone. 2 points apiece to the Red Alliance. 45-32, advantage Red. How are things on blue?
The suits and CSR are divvying up samples to be scored. CSR is focusing on high basket. Suits are getting some in the low. That way, the two teams aren't going for the same basket at once. Suits grabbing a blue sample from the ground with their interesting flexible gripper. It looks like it's flexible plastic with some string tying the edges up. And it looks like that string gets pulled back by a servo or something to cause your compliant fingers to wrap around the sample. CSR focusing on the high basket. Again, focusing on getting yellows in the high basket to leave blues available for specimens.
There you go. Straight. There you go. You got it. Red Alliance is working out over here their push bot with Battery Battalion as they're coming up with a little bit of a dance here with Proto. Proto's got another specimen to take to the high chamber. 20 seconds remaining. Proto's going to have to score this and then go move to hang. 15 seconds.
CSR going for their hang.
Lots of
Okay,
chatter. Oh, it looks like, will they be able to do it?
Getting it on the top bar. Oh, kind of picking up the suits as well. They do get the hang. And that's it.
And now, Battery Battalion says, I want everybody to notice, now their lift works right here at the end. That happens sometimes. We've got Proto on it. That'll be a level 2 ascent because though it was hung on the level 3 bar, it had part of its chassis below. Rule is that the entire robot needs to be above that rung there. So 15 points for the team there. As our scorekeepers publish that to the big boards, here we are. Qualifier 16. Red wins 110-56. Proto hangs on to its 4th spot. I think they've got one more gameplay, but that right now would make them, if things finish right now, that would make them 4th Alliance captain.
Start off with the Blue Alliance. Over here, we have Team 5484, the Enderbots. I'm gonna say that again. 5484, the Enderbots. And they are teamed with their cousin sister team, 12833, Mechanical Meltdown.
Enderbots enters this match in the number 1 overall spot. Mechanical Meltdown knocking on the door. They're currently ranked 5th. They will face off against the Red Alliance. This is actually, take a look at these scoreboards here right now. We've got from Trumansburg team 22240, that's Rough Estimate, now in the 3rd position. And Gorilla Bots, again, right on the doorstep of being an Alliance captain. They are currently ranked 6th. That is team 5485. Now, Rough Estimate, Trumansburg, about 90 minutes away or so, but I know for a fact that Gorilla Bots, Enderbots, and MechMelt have scrimmaged together in the last 2 weeks. They have all played with and against each other to practice. Blue Alliance, we good? Cool. Red Alliance, are we good? Nolan Finn, all right. Bradley, after all that, we good? Justin, you good? Cool, awesome. Scorekeepers. Here is qualification match number 17 in 3, 2, 1.
Starting off, Enderbots going for a high chamber specimen. They get it. Mechanical Meltdown also getting a high basket sample. Enderbots assembling more specimens for their auto.
Gorilla Bots is built and programmed for a 5 specimen auto, but they came up short with 1 and they overshot their chamber. They stopped their program. We'll see what happens for them in
Flipping their
teleop.
samples from underneath. Mechanical Meltdown getting more samples into their high basket. I really like Mechanical Meltdown's method of getting a level 1 ascend on auto. Just a servo with
3, 2, 1.
Start teleop. My bad.
All right, we are at a 95-20 advantage blue as we start. We're going to see if Gorilla Bots has recovered from that technical issue that they were having. Rough Estimate slides out of position. We'll see if they are handling the specimen game or sample. Looking for cooperation out of the bots. They're bringing a specimen back to their human player.
Mechanical Meltdown getting more samples into their high basket. with Underbots getting more blue samples to form specimens for their high chamber.
GorillaBots is playing the basket game this time around, making quick work of all these yellow samples. We'll see if they go back to specimens or they're going to harvest from the sub for the remainder of the game.
Mechanical Meltdown almost getting close to filling their high basket. Hopefully they can get some nice, quick, precise placement of samples up there. With Underbots getting what looks like 3 specimens ready for high chamber.
Rough Estimate
Missing one.
has a specimen in its gripper, 3D printed it looks like. They're trying to affix it to the high chamber. Their partners, the GorillaBots, goes back to the bottom of the submersible to harvest another, oh, no, they're having a uncharacteristically...
Underbots getting another specimen into their high chamber. Not fully clipped, however, so they're gonna have to be careful.
GorillaBots comes back with a sample out of the bottom of the submersible into the high basket. They're going after a red one now, and Rough Estimate connects with now their 3rd specimen on the high chamber. That's endgame, 163 to 104.
Underbots accidentally descoring one of their specimens, bringing it back over to be set up properly.
Rough Estimate's looking for clear air to go. I think they're going to attempt a hang here, or an ascent, I should say, on the submersible. 10 seconds to go.
Mechanical Meltdown looking for a level 2 ascent. Same thing with Underbots. Mechanical Meltdown with a level 2 ascent. Underbots with a level 1. Looking for scorekeepers for match 17 scores. And it's going to be the Blue Alliance with a score of 219 to 141. Underbots keeping their rank 1 placement as Mechanical Meltdown moves up to rank 4, so they will be an Alliance captain or eligible.
Victor, I've got some people over here with orange hair jumping for joy. That just moved Mechanical Meltdown up into the number 4 spot, making them an Alliance captain. All right, Victor, let's meet our Blue Alliance for qualification match number 18. We're getting there on the finish line, buddy.
Over here on Blue Alliance, we have team 6347, Nerds of a Feather. And they are joined by team 1428-1, Ravina Rattlesnakes.
There it is. And they are partnered with team 5319 from Buffalo. It's the Buff Cyborgs. And they are partnered with team 10161. It's the Suits. And we're getting a thumbs up from the head zebra. All right. Nerds and Rattlesnakes. Do we have a thumbs up from both of you? Solid. Thumbs from the Suits. From you guys, Buff side. Excellent. And our referees as well. We are ready to play. We got the scorekeepers as well. I'll turn it over to my friend Victor to count it down.
Qualification match number 18 in 3, 2, 1. Starting off autonomous, Ravina Rattlesnakes going for a high chamber specimen, missing.
Buff Cyborgs 5319 connects with their first specimen, backs out. Human player for the Red Alliance is converting it to a specimen to be hung in on the high chamber.
Ravina coming in for a perk.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, 4 bots alive here in Teleop, 20 to 3 in the early offing as the Suits comes in with their bottle gripper. Their lift is lifting. I think they're going to be going for this medium basket to deposit that for 4 points. How are things on the Blue Alliance?
Ravina has a specimen ready for their high chamber. As Nerds of a Feather getting the yellow samples from the ground score up into the high basket.
We've got Buff Cyborgs working on the backfield, harvesting red samples, that is, to their human player. Human player, again, makes those into specimens. In come Cyborgs. They are off and running to the high chamber. Victor, close game, 24-23 with 1:15 remaining.
Over here on Blue Alliance, we're seeing some good gameplay where we have Nerds of a Feather feeding Ravina Rattlesnakes samples from the other side of the field to be scored into the high basket. if you have two teams and they aren't able or aren't super great at doing the high specimen chamber, you could have one feed the other a bunch of samples for quick cycles on the high basket.
Buff Cyborgs and Red Alliance have a red specimen that they can grab. It's inside the OZ. I'm not sure if their human player sees it, but they could reclaim that to try to rescore it. 38 seconds, 37 remaining here in match number 18.
Ravina Rattlesnakes with a sample stuck in their robot. Since they have one stuck in there, they're not going to be able to grab anything. But they're having Nerds of the Feather grab it from the inside of their robot so that way they can be re-engaged in play. Absolutely great.
Looks like Suits goes in for their level 1 ascent as Ravina's dual tape measures come out. Can they hang on 1? Will they hang on 2? Just tape measures everywhere. Didn't quite make it. That is match number 18 in the books.
As we move over to field number 2, we're looking on scorekeepers for scores from qualifier 18. And it's going to be the Red Alliance with a score of 40 versus 38. Close game by 2 points. That's, I think, a park. That's literally just one sample in the basket zone.
Yeah, or just
Splitting
parking
them
in the
up.
observation zone. Yeah. All right, Victor, let's meet the Blue Alliance, match number 19.
For qualifier 19 on the Blue Alliance, we are starting off with team 25707 Solar Flare. Nope, that's Red Alliance. My bad. My bad, that was Red Alliance. We'll stick with it. Team 6996 Oncoming Storm.
For once, I'll come over on this side. I'm on the Blue Alliance. I look good in blue. Over to my left, we've got team 12736. It is Electric Mayhem Green. And their Goldfish Howard. I'm serious about the Goldfish. Is Howard still out there? There's literally a goldfish driving a robot in the lobby right now. You should go see it, young and old alike. They are partnered up with the Battery Battalion. It's team 27364. I was missing that from Utica. They were with us about a month ago in Utica, hooting and hollering all day long. We've got Bradley over here. I think that's a good sign. We're down one corner ref. Madeline Ortiz. Lately of the Enderbots. Excellent. All right, so we're gonna check in. Blue Alliance, Battery Mayhem. Awesome. And Red Alliance, love that. Referees, hello scorekeepers, I see you. That is match number 19 in 3, 2, 1.
Starting off auto, Solar Flare getting a preloaded sample into their high basket as Oncoming Score gets a specimen into the high chamber. Again, Solar Flare getting another sample from the ground into their high basket. Everything scored during Autonomous is worth double the points since it's counted both in auto and teleop. Ending off auto, Solar Flare has gotten 3 samples into the high basket, and Oncoming Storm has gotten 1 specimen on the high chamber.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
On the tape. It's on the tape.
Starting off teleop, we were looking at 31 on blue, 76 on red. Getting the last couple samples from the floor into the high basket. And over on blue, more high basket play and specimen play by Electric Mayhem Green and Battery Battalion.
Green's got a lot of really good communication with their alliance partners, back and forth. Strong specimen play. Looks like Oncoming Storm's looking to equal it. We've got some specimens up for the grabs on the floor there with you, Victor, on the red side.
Solar Flare getting a nice number of cycles into the high basket here. Looks like 7 at this point. They're coming in for number 8 as Oncoming Storm is looking to get another specimen into their high chamber. Now, even though we have specimens lost, presumably lost on the field over here on Red Alliance, they can be push-bought back into the observation zone to be scored.
The communication over here on the Blue Alliance is fantastic, but it's also stressing me out. In, out, back up, drop it. They're doing an awesome job communicating. Battery Battalion with another. We've got now 103 to 150. Advantage goes to red here. in qualification match number 19. Battery Battalion back with another sample as they ram into the basket. There they go.
Over here back on Red Alliance, we got a third specimen going into the high chamber. And at this point, the high basket's looking pretty full. I can see some clean room for a couple more samples, but pretty soon it's going to have to be very careful placement.
And let's look at the difference in gameplay here, Victor. The cycle speed for solar flares really just breakneck. Their bucket is almost full. It looks like stacked cordwood over there. Battalion, don't sleep on them. They're doing a great job, but the specimens from blue can't equal that efficiency from the red basket play. Let's see how the hangs go. Could we get 4 all in the air? We haven't seen it yet today.
We have 2. Oncoming Storm
This could
going
be
for
it.
3. We have 3. And
Yes!
we have 4.
Look at that. Well done. Well done. Well done. Love to see it. Do we have scores in from something previous? What are we looking at? We should be at
We got
18?
scorekeepers for
18?
qualification match 19. 19. It's a Red Alliance win. Whoa, okay, 165 to 222.
nice game. Really nice game.
Oncoming Storm maintains their rank 2 alliance mark, while, one moment. While Battery Battalion, while Solar Flare moves up to rank 6.
Well, we've got some familiar faces over here on field number 2, and I'm not talking about our referees. To my left in the Blue Alliance box, I'm going to stick with blue for a little bit here, buddy. We've got team 6955 from Boston Spa. It's the Robovines. And they are partnered, along with Battery Battalion, one of our rookie teams here today. It's 27,186 Citizen Science Robotics, CSR. Welcome to the family. We are so glad you're here.
Over here on the Red Alliance, we have team 25369, the Steampunks. Love the train whistle. And they are joined by team 22240, Rough Estimate. All right, Blue Alliance, do we got thumbs up? Thumbs up from Blue Alliance. Thumbs up from the Red Alliance. Thumbs up from refs. Thumbs up from scorekeepers. All right, let's kick off match number 20 in 3, 2, 1. And we're at auto. Rough Estimate with accidental double possession. They still have a preloaded specimen on their robot as they're shunting things in. They pause their auto to not get too many penalties. And their alliance partner, Steampunks, got a specimen in the high chamber.
Take a look over here, Victor. We could see a particularly productive specimen auto from Robovines. I'm not sure if they're programmed for 4. Nope, they park. So 3 plus a park. That'll be 33 points to blue,
Drivers,
38
pick up your
overall.
controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And here we are at Teleop. Steampunks grabbing the yellow samples from the floor to get them up onto the high chamber, or low chamber, my bad, or low basket.
Robovines is high centered on a specimen or on a sample. They've got to get off it because before they can possess another one. So hopefully they can figure out some kind of strategy to get up and off or collide with something to dislodge it. Fancy dancing, but it's not helping yet.
Rough Estimate with a brief disconnection, but they're back in play. They're going to score a specimen into a basket. I don't exactly know whether or not that scores points, but it's a good way to get things out of the gripper in case you need to. Hopefully get more points, as you can then pivot over to whatever field of play you're best fit for.
Disappointing to see for our friends, the Robovines. Experienced team here, but it can happen to anybody. They have not been able to dislodge that sample from underneath the robot, rendering them ineffective on offense for a hefty portion of the game after a beautiful start with their 33-point autonomous. They're trying to ride up on the angled strut. Oh, hey, you're out.
Oh,
You're out.
They're almost,
Go play.
and they're out.
Nice job. Nice job, Robovines. Really, really good work there. Hopefully they don't. There we go to their human player. Victor, over to you. Red.
Rough Estimate harvesting a red sample to make into a specimen. And there's endgame. as Steampunks gets more specimens into the high chamber. Rough estimate approaching for a first level ascent. Touch the low bar for level 1 as Steampunks gets a 4th specimen on field. And moving over to do their ascent. Will they be able to get the level 2? Ooh. Riding up on the field, barely missing level 1.
Well, listen, for all of RoboVine's difficulties, 5 specimens up and strong play from their partners, it looked like in the raw accounting they had a healthy lead there, kept their heads on straight. That was quite a match. Wow. All right, let's distract ourselves with a score from maybe
20,
I think, to our scorekeepers. Do we have score 20 ready to deliver? Victor, take it away, buddy.
All right, qualification match 20. What's it gonna be? It's a Blue Alliance win with 180 to 65, 15 points foul. RoboVine's moving up to rank 10. CSR moving up to rank 11.
Victor, I've been looking forward to this match all day. I know we want to meet these teams. They are 4 very well-established teams in the region. Why don't we start with the Blue Alliance there, buddy?
Over here on the Blue Alliance, we have Team 17-222 Proto. They are rank 3 in the Alliance captain ranking, and they are teamed up with Team 8863 Precision Cutups, who is our rank 8 seed for today as of right now.
And to my right are 2 teams that practice about 20 feet away from each other. It is our number 1 overall seed at this point with their final gameplay. It's Team 5484. Give it up for the Enderbots. And in their alliance box, we've got Team 5485. Give it up for the Gorilla Bots. They share spare parts, they share a facility. We'll see how they share the vision of this game. I see head referee Bradley, Blue Friends on that side, Proto Precision. You guys in good shape? Thumbs up. Awesome. Corning Robotics, love that. Good luck to everybody. Thumbs up from Bradley and from the scorekeepers. Victor, I'll give honors to you.
Second to last qualifier tonight. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1.
Now, I know that Enderbots and GorillaBots are both built for what we would call a 4 sample and a 5 specimen auto. If this goes, I don't want to jinx it, but if this, GorillaBots comes up just short on one of their specimens.
Proto grabbing a second specimen for their auto. Will they get it? Proto getting 2 specimens up on the high chamber for auto as we enter into teleop.
Look at the scores. Look at the scores. 48-47, guys. This is going to be a good match. Lock in. Here we go.
91-90 at the start of teleop. Here we go.
So GorillaBots came up short on their specimen auto. They've got specimens to spare. We saw early in the day they would rack and stack the wall and shift their focus late in the game. We know that their partner Enderbots is just going to work basket all day long. Victor, what's the strategy look on your side?
Precision Cutups working like clockwork with their active intake, grabbing yellows and getting them into the high basket nice and quick as Proto quickly gets a bunch of specimens up onto their high chamber. They're getting another one ready as Precision Cutups gets more for their high basket. This is going to be a really close match, but I can see over on the Red Alliance, kicking it over to you.
Yeah, Blue Alliance is out to a 30-point lead at this point, roughly, but we know that GorillaBots is going to come on late. They've got these specimens racked and stacked. Here they go. They've shifted their focus. They're going to run cycles back and forth to the wall. Highly effective, highly efficient, 10 points per trip. Watch for these scores to equalize in short order.
Proto looking to also set up quite a few specimens to quickly get towards the end of match as Precision Cutups continues to get a lot of samples into that high basket. We're nearing the limit there, space-wise.
Now, Cutup's quick basket play that you just highlighted there, Victor, each basket trip is worth 8 points, each specimen worth 10. Can they beat them just on speed and efficiency alone? As Enderbots comes back to the basket, 178 to 93, advantage blue. I think it might come down to hangs, to a sense.
Pro getting another specimen onto that high chamber, barely missing right before.
20 seconds.
As
Let's go,
everyone
folks.
rushes
Let's
in
go.
for hang. Proda, can they get their stage 3?
216, Red's out in the lead. 226.
Can Proda get their stage 3 hang?
Enderbots hangs.
Oh, we got
specimen from
minor
Gorillabots.
collision
Oh
here.
no, Proto's hung up on Enderbots. There they go.
Oh!
Wow. Oh my God.
We've got 3 level 2s. A brief little mishap between Proda and Enderbots. Minor contact in between them.
Talk about match number 21. Go ahead and push that score. I think we came out clean. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but we want to talk about this a little bit.
It's going to be the Red
Red
Alliance.
wins. Oh my goodness,
247
golly gee. 7-point game. 7-point game, wow. So let's talk about this just a little bit. 254 to 247, Red Alliance wins. Victor, let's turn it over to you to introduce some teams, bud.
Over here for qualification match 22, last one before finals. On the Red Alliance, we have team 12833 Mechanical Meltdown.
Currently sitting in the 4th position. That could make them an Alliance captain. Will they hold on to it? Victor?
Partnered with them is team 5319 Buff Cyborgs, our current rank 14. Hopefully they can get up in the ranks, maybe get picked for
Buff
partner.
Cyborgs, one of the oldest teams in our region. They're back after a hiatus for their, I think, 3rd year on this modern incarnation. They're facing off against the Steampunks. You can hear them coming. It's 25-369.
There's that train whistle.
And with Howard the Fish, it is bringing the mayhem. Team 12-736, Electric Mayhem Green. Friends, this will bring our qualification matches to an end. We're going to swing head referee Bradley over our way. We'll be with you with some scores after this and some updates about what happens next. But first things first. Buff Cy, Mech Melt, thumbs up. Red Alliance, Blue Alliance, Steampunks, Mayhem, excellent from our referees as well. Bradley, good to go, excellent. And scorekeepers, they've been working hard all day. Friends, we are here for match number 22 in 3, 2, 1.
Starting off auto, Mechanical Meltdown going for a high basket and picking up more samples from the ground as Buff Cyborgs looks to carefully push with their drivetrain samples into their observation zone. Unfortunately, they got caught up on one, but Mechanical gets what is going for a 4th sample into their high basket.
Oh no, they overrolled that sample for the basket there with you, but that'll be easy pickings for them. They'll come out and make level 1 contact. Yep, just that little piece. That is what we call a park.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
71-23 early, Victor. How do things look on the red side, buddy?
On the blue side. Okay. Buff Cyborg's going for a 2nd specimen, picking up what they unfortunately missed out on auto, but it's okay. We can make it up. And Mechanical Meltdown looking to grab more samples from the inside of the submersible to score into that high basket for points.
Blue Alliance, human players being really careful, making sure they're not in the observation zone as this beautiful green machine comes in to score specimen after specimen. Blue will lead this here in a second. 4 specimens to Red's 3, but we know that Mech Melt's making quick work of that basket side play. 107-69, Red Alliance out in the lead. Just over a minute left to play.
Mechanical Meltdown looking to fill that basket to the brim as Buff Cyborgs gets more specimens onto the high chamber. Again, we're looking for fully stuffed areas.
You know, Victor, we often get asked, is this battle bots, right? Are we dealing with chainsaws and flamethrowers? No, but defensive play, like we just saw from Electric Mayhem Green, is part of the game. It is managed. There are limits to it, but Mayhem just got in the way, caused a little bit of mayhem, if you will, for Mechanical Meltdown. Mech Melt back on form with their basket scoring. We've got 34 seconds left. Red leads 123-77.
And we're at endgame. Again, we're looking for a bunch of level 2, maybe level 3 ascents here.
We know that Mayhem and Mech Melt both can hang.
We're looking at blue with 6 specimens, going for 7. We have a hang as well. Mechanical Meltdown going for a level 2 ascent. And they get it.
Hey, there we go.
We got 3 ascents and a...
Now, I'll tell you, Victor, I don't know that it will make the difference, but each one of those hangs is 15 points, so that's 30 to blue. Red had about a 45-point lead. I'm not sure if blue's going to catch him, but really strong play and commendable. Hey, friends, that's the end of qualification matches. Round of applause for these teams. Thank you, scorekeeper. Red wins 1-4. Look, another close game. That was loud. 9-point game. And that moves, I know why she's excited, that moves MechMelt up into the 3rd alliance pick. All right, friends. Here we go. It's been an awesome day of qualifying matches. They numbered 22. It is now time for us to move into the playoff portion of the competition. With 17 teams competing today, we need to form 4 alliances that will compete to become the Into the Deep presented by RTX winners here at the Corning Qualifier. Here's how we select alliances. First, we'll announce the top 4 ranked teams. The first selection will begin with the highest ranked team based on performance in the qualification matches. After that number 1 ranked team makes their selection, the next highest ranked and unpicked team will then make their selection. We continue that process until we have 4 complete alliances. Each alliance will be made up of 2 teams. The student representative from the highest ranked team on an alliance is that alliance's captain. After an alliance captain extends an invitation to join an alliance, one representative from the invited team will come up and either accept or decline the invitation. If a team declines an invitation to become an alliance partner, that team may not be invited to join any other alliance. The declining team does not, however, lose their right to select if they are or become an alliance captain. For example, the number 1 ranked team picks the number 4 ranked team, and they decline. The number 4 ranked team keeps their right to be an alliance captain. The number 1 ranked team will need to extend their invitation to another team. But the number 4 ranked team could not then be invited to join another alliance. And if the 4th ranked team accepts the invitation, the 5th ranked team then moves into that 4 position. Now, throughout the day, you've seen the teams here in the front row scouting each other to evaluate strengths, weaknesses, and possible collaborative strategies for these playoff rounds. This is where we see the scouting come into play, as these teams behind me have decided who they want to partner with. Each captain is looking to make the strongest possible alliance to play out through our double elimination bracket. Now, once we have 4 complete alliances, we'll begin the playoff matches, again, in double elimination. All alliances will start off in an upper bracket, and they'll play 1 match against another alliance. The losing team then drops to the lower bracket, while the winning team continues in that upper bracket. The lower bracket team will face a new alliance in the next round, and after they've lost a second time, they would be eliminated from this afternoon's tournament. Remember that both members of the winning alliance will receive invitations to the MVCC Utica Championship. So there's a lot on the line here. Let's meet these teams. As I call you teams, we want you to come up to the question box area. We're going to start by introducing and congratulating our number 4 seed. They're from Twin Tiers Christian. It's team 17222 Proda. Right there. Please, won't you welcome, you'll see them coming with their Dayglow orange hair. It's the number 3 seed, Mechanical Meltdown. They're a family and community team from Watkins Glen, New York, team 12833. Coming from Rochester, from the Bay Trail Middle School, it's Oncoming Storm 6996. They're our number 2 seed. And finally, our number 1 seed, we want to give it up and congratulations to Team 5484. It's the Enderbots, sponsored by Corning Incorporated from Corning Robotics. Now, my lovely assistant Lisa will bring a microphone to each of our alliance captains. The number 1 seed, you can make your pick. Which team would you like to invite to your alliance, Mr. Daniels?
The Enderbot 5484 would like to graciously monkey around with GorillaBot 5485.
Lydia, you can't help but smile right through that. What do you say, friend?
Team 5485, the GorillaBots would graciously like to accept.
There it is. That's alliance number 1. Very good. Oncoming Storm 6996. Lena, who would you like to select?
Team 6996, Oncoming Storm, we invite respectfully 8863 Precision Cut-Ups.
Cut-ups, front and center. You've been called to dance. What say you?
8863 graciously accepts.
There it is. Alliance number 2, Oncoming Storm, Precision Cut-Ups. 12833, Mech Melt. What do you say?
Team 12833, Mechanical Meltdown, would like to graciously invite Team 17222, Proto.
Proto. Would you like to take a step to your right? What do you say?
Team Proto 17222 graciously accepts.
Excellent. Solar Flare, come on up. Proto, step over. Won't you please welcome to the stage 25707, working on very little sleep. It's Solar Flare. Take it away. Who would you like to pick as an alliance partner?
Team 25707, Solar Flare, would like to graciously invite Team 12736, Electric Mayhem Green.
Green, bring your goldfish. Come on right up here. Electric Mayhem Green, what do you say?
Team 12736 would like to gratefully accept.
Excellent. There's our alliances. Now, can you guys all come this way for 1 second? Come here, come here, come here. All of you. Stand right there. Friends, over here, I want to give it up for all of these teams, right here. All right? Their robot game day is done, but they worked hard, they played hard. For some of them, this may mark the end of the Into the Deep season. Congratulations to each and every one of you guys. We appreciate you being part of our day, all right? You can go find your teams, grab a seat. Over here, we've got our alliances. We're gonna move into the bracket. Ben, good to have you back on the mic. We've got 4 teams on field number 1. Let's move things along. Won't you introduce the Blue Alliance?
Hello, hello. Okay, we are working. All right, over on the Blue Alliance, we have Electric Mayhem Green, Team 12736. Their alliance partner for this match, and for all the finals actually, is Team 25707, Solar Flare. Give it up for your Blue Alliance.
As previously announced, this Red Alliance knows each other well. We've got 5484 and 5485. It's the Enderbots and GorillaBots from Corning Robotics. Thumbs up, there we go. Thumbs up blue, thumbs up red. Thank you very much. Thumbs up referees and to our scorekeepers. Round of applause to them. Thank you for the hard work back there all day. This is match number 1 in eliminations at the Corning Qualifier, Excelsior Region, Into the Deep, presented by RTX. No, I'm kidding. Here we go, friends. 3, 2, 1.
All 4 robots active at the beginning of this autonomous period. We see Solar Flare going for their second specimen in the top bucket.
I have no idea how the Enderbots just did what they did. They were hanging onto a sample by like the force, kind of like that, but it worked. That was incredible. Enderbots pulls in for a level 1 park in auto. Mechmelt doesn't score that piece. Sorry, not Mechmelt, Mayhem.
Both alliances with very strong starts to the match.
94-84 in the early going, red advantage with lots of time to play. We're gonna see basket work, we're gonna see specimen work. All 4 of these robots have been performing beautifully today.
Solar Flare is digging into the submarine for those samples into the top goal. Both alliances, half full top buckets. and plenty of specimens on their top chambers.
Blue Alliance, meanwhile, Enderbots dips back into the submersible, squaring off against Solar Flare. They're both going for yellow samples to score to those high baskets. Mayhem Green comes in, nudges Enderbots off position. The submersible is emptying. GorillaBots has a bunch of specimens racked and stacked on their near side wall.
And it is a fight in the submersible. It looks like over on the Blue Alliance, they're having some trouble finding any samples at all in their area of the submarine.
Ben, GorillaBots has converted their gameplay. They are now harvesting from the wall from their human player. We know them to be efficient in this. I think if memory serves, we've got 3 bots that are capable of level 2 ascents. So we'll watch for those points late in the game. I believe we have not seen GorillaBots get off the ground today. 174 to 178, Ben, here.
All right, and we are now in end game.
I'm hearing Enderbots say I'm stuck on them. It looks like Mayhem Green and Enderbots, there they go. They come unattached. They got bound up on each other. Some incidental, long-lasting contact there. 214, 194. Ben, this might be the highest composite score of the day between the two alliances. Both teams, both alliances north of 200 points right now. First time we're seeing it. Hang from Mayhem, hang from Solar Flare, hang from Enderbots, park from GorillaBots. Now, I will say on the raw accounting, the Red Alliance had a 30-point lead, give or take. Blue, with their hangs, puts 30 points right there, but Enderbots came in clutch. Their 15 points may be the difference maker on this. We are going to wait and get that score reported before we move over to field number 2. The referees are off the field. Friends, I'm going to encourage you to turn your attention to the screens. Scorekeepers, send it, please. Match number 1, which way will it go? Red wins 288 to 232. So if you know, you know. We had a Rule 427 violation there. The teleop ascent for the Red Alliance. The Enderbots get credit for a 3rd level hang, even though they were on the 2nd bar. There was contact between them and the Blue Alliance. It's part of the game. It happens. It only swings you 15 points, so 30 points. They would have won anyway. Alliance 4 moves on to match number 3, and Alliance 1 moves on to match number 4. But right now, it's time for match number 2. Ben, you get all that? Go ahead and start announcing us, buddy.
All right, let's turn our attention over to field 2 in the Blue Alliance. All right, we have team 12833 Alliance captains Mechanical Meltdown. Joining them on their alliance is team 17222 Team Proda.
And we've got team 6996. It's Oncoming Storm. They are captaining Alliance 2 with precision cut-ups. It's 8863. Now, as I look around, we have seen all 4 of these robots hang today, so this could be exciting in endgame. Getting a little bit ahead of myself first. Let's check in with our teams. Mechmelt, Proda, you guys ready? Thumbs up, blue. Thumbs up, red. Thumbs up, referees. Looking good. To our scorekeepers, we are ready as well. This is going to be match number 2 in eliminations. Ben, over to you for the countdown.
All right, let's begin our second finals match in 3, 2, 1.
4 bots alive. Precision cut-ups, easy work to the upper basket. We've seen them do it all day long.
Mechmelt is working on that high basket with 2 samples already.
Oncoming Storm is harvesting red samples into the observation zone for their human player. They missed the cling on the specimen. Cut-ups has a perfect autonomous high fives all the way around. Proda's feeling pretty good right now about their specimens there, Ben. We go 94-87 as we enter teleop.
Super tight score coming out of Otto. It's anyone's game.
Precision Cut-Ups just got a very lucky bounce on a red sample into the low basket. They're going to go high with this one.
Proda looking to add more specimens to the high chamber.
Blue out to an early specimen lead, 3-2 on the chambers. Meanwhile, it's Precision Cut-Ups and Mech Melt doing all the work in the baskets with those neutral yellow or Alliance-specific colors. 125 remaining. It's 117 to 110. Remember, all 4 of these robots can hang.
The Blue Alliance seems to have an advantage on the chambers, but it looks like Red Alliance has more samples in their high basket.
There you go. Precision Cut-Ups chases down a sample on the floor. They got it up side by side, neck and neck with Proda over on the red side of the submersible. Oncoming Storm, 4 up, 4-5 for the Blue Alliance on specimens.
Mechanical Meltdown filling up their bucket. They are almost to the top of their high basket.
Ben, I just can't get over how close this game is. 169 to 156, 46 seconds to go. 179 now. Mech Melt answers with another sample up in the high basket. Proda in harvesting side by side with Precision Cut-Ups.
Counting down the last few seconds before endgame here. As Mike said, all of these robots are capable of a level 2 climb, and Proda is capable of a level 3 climb. Proda is beginning their ascent to level 3.
13 seconds. Teams are going to have to make some fast decisions. Here we go for hangs.
Proda has a level 3 ascent. Mech Melt has a level 2 ascent.
Okay, that you can hear us again. What we've got is a level 3 ascent from Proda, level 2s from Mech Melt, and from Precision Cut-Ups. Oncoming Storm, looks like they had a miscue. I'm not sure if they can hang right now or if that was some kind of disconnect. We'll talk with them about that. What a fantastic match. Exactly what we want to see late in the game here, late in the day, I should say, as we get closer to our awards ceremony. Beautiful, beautiful work. All right, bots have cleared the field. I think that means we've got scores coming in. We'll wait for Bradley to send it to the scorekeepers. And it'll be 8 minutes from the time the score locks. So we're not quite there yet. Like I said, 4:10. Do you have a score? We do have a score, so start that clock. Let's push it. Proda, Mech Melt, Oncoming Storm, Precision Cut-Ups. To the big board we go. Look at these scores. Love to see it. And Ben, I see that's a clean game too. No fouls. Also love to see that. 235 to 205. A nice high composite. That will move the Blue Alliance, Alliance 3, as the winners into the upper bracket in match 4, where they will be the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance becomes blue in the lower bracket in match number 3. And they will face off against Solar Flare and Mayhem Green, excuse me. They'll face off against Solar Flare and Mayhem Green. That will be the match at, like I said, 4:10 or so. We'll see you guys in 8 minutes. All right, we're down to about 30 seconds on the clock, friends. That means we can lock in on match number 3. Now, there's no getting around it. The team that loses this match is going to be done with their robot game for the day. The team, or sorry, I should say the Alliance that wins will advance over to match number 5. Match number 5, where they will face the loser of the upcoming match number 4. You can see it on the screen right there in front of you. Ben, send it over to you, buddy. Blue Alliance.
Alrighty. Over on the Blue Alliance for match 3, we have team 6996, Oncoming Storm. For their alliance partner, they have selected team 8863, the Precision Cut-Ups.
And knocking out a mechanical issue, we've got Electric Mayhem Green, team 12736 from the Nichols School up in Buffalo, New York. And once again, they are partnered with Team 25707. It's Solar Flare. Precision cut-ups. Oncoming Storm looking for a double thumbs up from our Blue Alliance. Solar Flare, mayhem, love it. Solar mayhem, referee mayhem, scoreboard mayhem. It's just mayhem and shenanigans for everybody. Ben, count us out, buddy. Match 3.
All right, match 3 will begin in 3, 2, 1.
4 bots alive and autonomous. Solar Flare goes to the high basket. Meanwhile, Electric Mayhem Green is looking for a specimen hang. I'm not sure if they're going to work it out. Solar Flare comes up a little short on 1 basket. Blue Alliance?
Precision cut-ups executing expertly, looking to score their 4th sample in the high basket.
Solar Flare goes 2 for 4 on their upper basket, though.
And that is 4 samples for precision cut-up. Perfect auto that they just ran.
Second match in a row that cut-ups has done that. Now, Ben, these samples bottom in the net zone, they do score there, but I'm curious to see if Solar Flare upgrades them as easy pickings for the high basket. 2 points on the floor, 8 points on the basket. Could save them some cycle time. How do things look over there?
All right, we have precision cut-ups scoring in that high basket, filling it up rapidly, while Oncoming Storm is moving some of their samples over to the observation zone to become specimens.
Mayhem indeed from Electric, 12-7-36. They are harvesting delicately red samples over to their human player. They got to control them one at a time with some pretty deft driving, pirouetting their way to the observation zone. Not quite there yet. They've got to get those samples in position for their human player to acquire them.
Precision cut-ups and Electric Mayhem Green have some driving defense going on here. It looks like Mayhem Green is moving over to the Blue Alliance side. Maybe they're trying to disrupt the Blue Alliance over here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Mayhem's intake device. We'll have to see in the after-action report if they have a mechanical failure here. We did see them add that zip tie right before the match. I'm wondering if something went wrong for them, Ben.
Yeah, whether or not Electric Mayhem Green can score, they are certainly doing their best to prevent the other alliance from scoring, which seems to be fairly effective.
I heard you call out Mayhem's offense, and Precision Cut-Up's hooks are out and deployed. They'll have to be careful. I hope they don't get hung up on anything. Blue is 183 to 127 advantage now with 30 seconds as we get into endgame.
Precision Cut-Ups has all but filled up their high basket, giving the Blue Alliance
Solar Flare sneaking one more sample. They took it to the observation zone. I'm curious why they wouldn't score it to the high basket. We'll see if they go hang here with just 9 seconds remaining. Remember that new rule, they got to go controllers down at 3 seconds.
Both Blue Alliance spots are up in the air.
And I'll be interested to see what our referees saw there in endgame. We'll sit on that for a second, Ben. Let this all work out. To the big boards we go. Teams, eyes up. Match number 3 results are in. It's going to go to that Blue Alliance. Wow, 267 to 150. Outstanding score. Now, if you're doing the math on the teleopposite, overhearing the referees talking, during endgame, Solar Flare reached all the way across the submersible and came up and under precision cut-ups. That's an interference. It's called Rule 427. Team members, if you know, read up on it. It's the crazy, thorny rule all season long. But you're not allowed to have contact with ascending bots that way on the submersible. So, friends, with that, I'd like to lift up a round of applause for Solar Flare 25707, their partners 12736, Electric Mayhem Green. Their robot day is done. But outstanding competitors and just absolutely fantastic gameplay. All right, with that, the stage is set for match number 4. Hello to all of you out there in live stream land joining us for Elims. Ben, tell us about the Blue Alliance.
All right, over on the Blue Alliance, we have Alliance captains 12833 Mechanical Meltdown. And as we already know, their alliance partner is 17222 Team Proda. Who do we have over on the Red Alliance?
We've got the sister teams. It's Team 5485, partner. They are partnered with their Alliance captain and sister team, 5484, the Enderbots. There it is. All right, that is match number 4 set. We got our referees ready. Scoring systems on pause. Yep, we're good. Let's get our students ready. Proto and Mechmelt, when the time's right, we're good. GorillaBots, Enderbots, Santi? Thank you. Don't do anything. We're waiting for the referees. Referees all the way around? Solid. And scorekeepers, please. Scorekeepers are good. All right, Ben, over to you to count it down, buddy. Match number 4.
All right, match number 4. We will be beginning in 3, 2, 1. Proto and Mechmelt scoring instantly in the high basket and high chamber.
GorillaBots has been in search of their 5-specimen auto all day long. We'll see if they can make good on it. Enderbots came up just shy on a basket drop-off on their, I think it was their second. GorillaBots.
Mechmelt get 2 samples in the high basket. Their alliance partner, Proto, gets 2 specimens in the high chamber. Score is very even going into the teleoperated period.
78-75 as we get rolling. GorillaBots rolls one of their specimens back to their human player. Another sample comes into the observation zone. That we know is eventually destined for the high chamber. Meanwhile, Enderbots brings another sample to the high basket. 83-86.
Proto, like we saw in last match, is specialized in the high chamber, letting Mechanical Meltdown fill up that high basket.
Really good communication over here in the red box on Enderbots, calling out positions of their servo-based gripper to make sure that they're spun the right way for maximum efficiency while they're ducked into the submersible.
Mechanical Meltdown looking to pick up that neutral sample, placing the high basket. Both GorillaBots and Mechanical Meltdown are both fighting for the same spot, the same entry spot in the submersible, leading to some interference between the two.
Ben, we're seeing that same pattern from GorillaBots that we've seen all day long. They harvest early and score late. So though the score may look like there's a blue lead right now, and there is, 120 to 107, what we would expect to see is GorillaBots here transitioning their gameplay to chamber play. They've got, I think, 7 specimens lined up on the wall, 10 points each as they clip them in. Enderbots coming back to the high basket as Proto takes their spot underneath the red rung in the submersible. GorillaBots now 5 specimens up, equaling 5 specimens for the Blue Alliance as well. We haven't seen any specimen work for a minute.
Moving into the end game, we're going to watch that Proto 3rd tier ascent. Although it looks like their partner, Mechanical Meltdown, sort of in their way right now.
Enderbots going back in for another sample. 13 seconds remaining, 12. Proto is on its way for its 3rd level ascent. Its support bar makes it, Ben. Will they go up? Oh, they go just short. And somebody lost a battery.
Yeah, there's a battery,
in the submersible. Can we score that for any points? I think that was Mechmelt's. So no ascent for Enderbots, but no penalty there for that late game control, that buzzer control. Proto, of course, definitely off the ground there, Ben. That'll be 15 points for the Blue Alliance.
Absolutely. Just short of getting that 3rd tier climb.
Yeah, and it really was. It was within probably a couple millimeters of their, I'm going to say their upper plate, whatever it is that affects that 3rd level hang, 3rd ascent, I should say, came up just short. All right, here we go. Moment of anticipation. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. And that was a clean game. That was a clean game, no fouls. Wow. Do you guys want a picture? You guys want a picture with that scoreboard? Any of the alliances? Mechmelt, come on down here to this side. I don't know. You guys can do that. We'll leave it up on screen. All right. We'd like to Move on to the Judges' Choice Award. Speaking of judges, the Judges' Choice Award is given at the discretion of the judges. Every team that I announce, we're doing first place only because it's a small field, so every team is going to come down and get their award. Judges' Choice Award is given at the discretion of the judges to a team that they've encountered whose unique efforts, performance, or dynamics merit recognition, yet the team does not fit into any of the existing award categories. Here's what the judges have to say about the winner of this award. To a team unique in their initiative to promote and embody the values of STEM, from a joyride through an open house at their home school to a goggled view of this speedy day, we are thrilled to present the Judges Award to the Steampunks, Team 25369 from Lovell, New York. Start on down here, grab your high fives, come on across. And teams, I say this with a gentle nudge, feel free to hustle. Feel free to hustle. No, hustle, hustle. Like a steam engine, a powerful steam, and they're not getting it. They're not getting it. Give it up for the Steampunks, everybody. Give it up for the Steampunks. 2 more awards, and then we will be back with match number 4. The Design Award expands on this year's challenge, inspiring teams to incorporate industrial design into their robots. These elements can be shown in the simplicity of the design as it applies to the tasks, the look and feel of the robot, and how the design allows us to think of robots in new ways. And here's what the judges had to say about the winners of the Design Award. This new team, blazed across the field, quickly snatching as many samples as they could. The tsunami of points they scored overflowed the top bucket. The light of the sun pierced through the submersible into the deep. The Design Award goes to Solar Flare, Team 25707 from Scarsdale, New York. These kids are going to sleep very well on the way home. They competed yesterday at Peekskill as well. Congratulations, Solar Flare. Now, friends, just one more before we go back to match 4, part 2. It's Motivate Award. The team that receives the Motivate Award celebrates the culture of FIRST and clearly shows what it means to be a team. This award celebrates the team that represents the essence of the First Tech Challenge competition through team building, team spirit, and displayed enthusiasm. This is a team that makes a collective effort to make FIRST known throughout their school and community and sparks others to embrace the culture of FIRST. Here's what the judges had to say about the winner of the Motivate Award. This team didn't lack motivation getting FLL kids onto teams. They opened their innovation station to their community. They've really got robotics rattling in their town. The Motivate Award goes to the Ravenna Rattlesnakes. It's Team 14281 from Ravenna, New York. Congratulations, Ravenna. Well deserved. Grab your hardware there. Come on down. And with that, we're going to ask everybody a moment. We have taken down the tape line. If we would please still treat this as a tape line. This is not open access for spectators. We're going to get back to field number 1, with match number 4. We'll be with you in a couple quick minutes. Thank you very much. Well, Ben, ties are a rarity, but possible. 176-76 on match 4, part 1. I mean, let's meet the teams again. Let's give them their dues and their flowers. What do you got over there, buddy?
All right, over on the Blue Alliance, again, as we saw last match, we have Mechanical Meltdown, team number 12833. There we go. And joining them for this match, again, is team 17222, Team Proda.
And once again, they're facing off against Team Captain 5484 in blue. It's the Enderbots. And next to them in red, 5485, the Gorilla Bots. Together, they are the Red Alliance. All right, friends, I see everybody here. MechMelt Proda, give me some thumbs. Gorilla, Ender, Bradley, scorekeepers. Audience, are we ready? I love that. Thank you very much. Over to you, Ben.
All right, we are running our tiebreaker of match 4 in 3, 2, 1.
Now, I have it on good authority that GorillaBots is running a 4-specimen auto. They have some kind of odometry issue. We're looking for Enderbots. Oh, they come up short with 1 sample. We'll see if they can get the next 2. GorillaBots overshoots. That's going to be a problem for Enderbots. This could be a difference maker here. Both of them stop their autonomous to make sure there's no issue.
It looks like both alliances are having some autonomous problems, but MechMelt figured themselves out, and it looks like so did Proto.
Now that mechanical issue we saw with GorillaBots should not impact them in teleop. They don't use their odometry pods here. Hopefully Enderbots can make quick work of these 2 samples on the ground, get them up to the high basket. I'm hoping that they didn't suffer any mechanical damage. Ben, how are things looking over there on the Blue Alliance?
Yeah, Proto and MechMelt have now played a couple matches together. They've got their flow going. Mechanical Meltdown scoring in the high basket, while Proto scores on the high chamber.
Unfortunate development for Enderbots. Neither of these teams has lost yet, so they're both still alive even after this match, but Enderbots is not able to lift right now. I'm not sure why. I'll let them deal with the driving, but they've turned into a net zone bot, harvesting from the submersible, 2 points apiece down here on the floor. GorillaBots back in the sub to hope to grab more samples to make specimens. Some contact there with MechMelt.
Yeah, it's an important point. Even though this match will not eliminate the team from the finals, it will make the path to final victory much easier. Team Proto has 5 specimens on the high chamber, looking to add a 6th.
I was going to say just there too, Ben, Blue is out to a commanding lead with specimens, but don't sleep on GorillaBots. 3 up and 5 more waiting in the wing. Now 4 up and 5 waiting. Could be 9. This could pitch the game to Red's advantage.
Yeah, GorillaBots so deceiving. They can turn the tide of the game right at the very end.
But I will say, unfortunately, with Enderbot's arm down, I don't know they'll be able to hang. We know that Proto is going to go for the level 3. MechMelt can get a 2. Still, Red trails 122 to 165.
Proto lining up for that tier 3 hang.
They're looking square. There it is, and...
Oh, there it is for Proto. MechMelt doing a last-minute park.
So MechMelt did not score. I'm curious about why there. Certainly we want to sort out Enderbot's mechanical issue. Both of these teams, no matter what happens, both of these teams still have one more gameplay left. This was match 4 Redux. We're looking at 5 and 6 ahead of us. One of these teams is playing in match 5. Therefore, we do have an 8-minute wait. And it looks like we've got some mechanical issues we want to try to address. So that 8 minutes is going to be important. We'll let the referees do their job. You guys are probably sick of hearing from us at this point. We'll go quiet, let the scores come in, and we'll get back to you guys. We are ready with a score for match 4B. 4.2. Here it comes, friends. Eyes on the big board. Blue wins. Pretty convincingly, too. 216 to 158. Those mechanical issues will echo for GorillaBots and Enderbots. That will send Alliance 1 into the lower bracket. They'll be the Red Alliance in match number 5. That sends Mechanical Meltdown and Proto through to what effectively will be the championship round. That's match 6. We are going to give, Alliance 1 8 minutes at least to address some of their issues as best they can, and we'll be back with you just a little bit after 5 o'clock. We are going to talk right now about the Control Award. The Control Award. The Control Award celebrates the team that demonstrates innovative thinking in the control system to solve game challenges, such as autonomous operation, enhancing mechanical systems with intelligent controls, or using sensors to achieve better results on the field. This is our programming award and recognition. Here's what the judges have to say about the winner of today's Control Award. This team really knows how to handle limits. They use encoders to manage drift and cams with switches to precisely lift. The delivery of samples and specimens is a consistent trend. This is a bot that scores straight to the end. The control award goes to Team 5484, the Enderbots from Corning Robotics. And here comes the drive team. Well done, Enderbots. And we're going to do just one more right now as we ease towards match 5. Just one more for now. This is going to be the Innovate Award, sponsored by our season sponsor, RTX. The Innovate Award, sponsored by RTX, celebrates a team that has the ingenuity and inventiveness to make their designs come to life. This award is given to the team that the judges feel has the most innovative and creative robot design solution to this season's game. Elements of this award include elegant design, robustness, and out-of-the-box thinking. This award may address the design of the whole robot or some sub-assembly or component. The creative component does need to work consistently. Here's what the judges had to say about the winner of today's Innovate Award. To a team who stood out in their strategic approach, who gripped onto their potential with the STEM community with a strong focus on what keeps them driven, who only failed in blending in, the Innovate Award goes to Team 27364, our rookies, the Battery Battalion. Come on down and congratulations. Again, welcome to Excelsior. We're so glad you guys are here. Wait, I can't see them. They blend in so well. Nice job, Battery Battalion. Proud of you guys. Glad you are here.
All right. Welcome back. We are starting match number 5 over on the Blue Alliance. You know them. You love them. It's your second alliance with the alliance captain of team number 6996, Oncoming Storm. Their trusty alliance partners, team number 8863, Precision Cut-Ups.
And these crazy kids over here in the red box next to me, it's the Ender Gorillas. Give it up for them. Team 5485, 5484, the Ender Gorillas. The Gorilla Enders, there's a name in there somewhere. We've got to work on the branding. The bot, there you go. Yes, the bots. All right, it's quiet in here right now.
It's tense.
Blue Alliance, Precision Cut-Ups, Oncoming Storm. We good? Cool. Double check your inits. Gorilla, Ender, we good? Double thumbs up. Awesome. Referees, once more. We got 2 more matches probably in front of us. Scorekeepers are saying hello with a swimming fin. Ben, over to you to count us down, my friend. What do we got?
All right, match number 5 will begin in 3, 2, 1.
4 bots alive. Enderbots comes up short on their basket. We'll see if this second one makes it or not.
Precision Cut-Ups losing what looks to be a spacer. We'll have to see if that influences their performance later in the match.
Looks like the Enderbots gripper is hanging on maybe a little too delicately. 2 for 4 over here. They do get points for their net zone as well. We'll see if they connect. Oncoming Storm was playing for a 2 specimen. Just came off their bot. I'm not sure if that's going to be critical or not. Enderbots goes back to the submersible looking for yellow samples to deliver to the high basket, just like Precision Cut-Ups does on your side.
Oncoming Storm is grabbing their 3rd specimen for the high chamber. It looks like it is to be 3 high chamber specimens to 1, favoring the Blue Alliance.
Enderbots seems to have worked out any grip issues they had. They're going back to the submersible once again. Gorilla Bots now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 specimens, maybe 8 on the wall there. They're going to convert those to late points. They look like they're behind 149 to 83 here. We'll see what happens in the final minute at Teleop. Winner advances to match number 6. Loser moves down. Loser on this one is eliminated.
Yeah, Winner goes on to the final match. Loser, we say goodbye.
Enderbot's doing a great job with their quick cycles. Oncoming Storm going for a yellow sample that's been hanging out here. Easy pickings on the floors. Enderbot's sneaks around them to go after a red sample. They switch positions. Enderbot's coming back. GorillaBot's now 6 for 6 on specimens on the high chamber, soon to be 7 for 7.
Precision Cut-Ups have their high basket filled to the brim as we start the endgame period, and they're still scoring.
Ben, I know that your Blue Alliance has 2 bots that can hang. We have not seen GorillaBots leave the floor today. Oh, that sample, that specimen didn't fully clip. Hopefully they don't dislodge it right here. 10 seconds to play. They did. See if they can convert it. They've got 10 seconds to try. Cut-Ups is down.
It looks like Precision
Enderbot's
Cut-Ups
is
had
up.
an issue with their hang.
Oncoming Storm up. Wow.
What a close match.
195 to 191. We're going to lose that score temporarily. You can start doing the math of these level 2 ascents. I want to note that GorillaBot's parked. That's good for 3 there. This is a very close game to see who moves on to the champions round, match 6. And we're getting the go-ahead from our scorekeepers. Friends, eyes up on the boards. This is the results of match number 5. Blue Alliance wins. Oh, look at the score, 4 points. 4-point game. Wow. That is awesome. A couple notes here. Clean game, late day, high score. Love to see it. Let's give it up for GorillaBots and Enderbots, 2 of our locals here. They've played beautifully all season long. Spoiler alert, GorillaBots and Enderbots are both through to the champs already, so we will be seeing them at MVCC in March. Their season is not done, and Oncoming Storm and Precision Cut-Ups, they advance to match number 6. Without further ado, we'll get this match number 6 underway. This is going to see Alliance 2 versus Alliance 3. Set a little differently, this is a repeat of match number 2. Ben, Blue?
All right, coming back to our Blue Alliance, we have Alliance captains of Alliance number 2, team number 6996, Oncoming Storm. And of course, we have their Alliance partner, team number 8863, Precision Cut-Ups.
And as we know, they're facing off on the Red Alliance against Alliance Captain for Alliance 3, 12, 833. It's Mechanical Meltdown. And their partner from just to the east from Twin Tiers Christian, it's Team 17222 Proto. I do want to point out again, this is 4 bots that are capable of hanging. I'm not sure if everybody's mechanically sound at this point in the day. Hopefully, we will see it. Blue Alliance, and I mean this in all seriousness, take a deep breath, all right? Thumbs up, though, 2. I'll take those as well. Red Alliance, deep breath, centered out. Referees, deep breath, deep breaths for everybody. Scorekeepers, deep breaths, love it. Audience, let's get on with it. All right, that's what they just said. This is going to be match number 6 in 3, 2, 1. Proto goes to the high chamber, as we know they can. Mechmelt comes in for their second basket, and they score it. Ben?
Precision Cut-Ups, very precise in their placement of all those high samples in the high basket. They're on their 3rd, they're working on their 4th.
Mechmelt is going 3 for 4 so far. Will they go for perfect auto? Oh! Just bounce out. They can rescore that, though, and they touch.
We have, over on the Blue Alliance, 2 perfect autos. 4 high samples from Precision Cut-Ups.
Hey, let's hear it for these teams. 107 to 75 as we get into teleop. Mechmelt goes back to the sub, wrangling another sample here to the basket right in front of me. Back they go again with a quick cycle. Proto's waiting in the wings back there behind Precision Cut-Ups. Wonder if that's defensive play or are they waiting for sub access for their specimens?
Precision Cut-Ups are lining up for their 3rd high specimen. And they place it. It is now 3 specimens to 2 specimens on the Red Alliance.
133-101, advantage blue. 141, advantage blue. Precision Cut-Ups is just doing phenomenal work up in that basket, as you called out, Ben. Proto goes back for their 3rd specimen. Melt comes back for their 6th or 7th sample in the high basket.
Precision Cut-Ups are using their color sensor on their intake to reject the Red Alliance samples. So they make sure they only pick up the yellow samples that are neutral.
Melt harvests again as Proto on the opposite side gets another red, brings it to their human player in the observation zone. Yet more samples stream out of the submersible here with 53 seconds to play.
It looks like Precision Cut-Ups might be having some technical difficulties here.
Oh, not what we want to see in match 6. That's unfortunate. Hopefully they can recover. Proto brings back another specimen, 5 to the high chamber, 171 and 185.
And
yes, we're back in business. Round of applause for Precision Cut-Ups. Let's go.
Precision
Oh,
Cut-Ups
no, they
is
dropped
back
the
to
chain,
life.
though. They dropped the chain. Their intake can't rotate up, I think. They're going to have to play low game.
We are down to 15 seconds left in the match.
Are we going to get 4 off the floor? Proto's up. Precision Cut-Ups is up. Oncoming Storm is up. Melt's up. 4 for 4. All 4 are level 2 hangs. That's 15 and 15, 30 points offsets to each alliance. Ben, it sounds like that was a pretty quick score from the referees. We'll see it come in. Can we please give a hand to Ann and Naoko and Laurelyn, our scorekeepers? They've been keeping us moving all day. Appreciate them behind the scenes. And we'll see, is this the last one for the day? Blue wins. 223 to 209, a clean game. But, friends, I know the Chiefs are playing the Eagles. Read the screen closely. We're going to match 7. You have to lose twice, friends. It's double elimination tournament.
All right, for the last time here tonight, let's meet our 2nd seed alliance over on the blue side. We have team captains, team 6996, Oncoming Storm. And their trusty alliance teammates is team 8863, Precision Cut-Ups.
And they will be facing off once again against team 17222, the alliance partner, that's Proto. They're over there in Breezeport, I think, just down the road from team 12833. That's Mechanical Meltdown. Appreciate everybody's patience sincerely in getting us to this point. Let's go quick thumbs. Blue Alliance or Red Alliance, referees, scorekeepers. No matter what, that'll be the last time we do this today. Ben, over to you.
All right, counting down the final match of the day in 3, 2, 1.
So I did wonder, Ben, how we'd see our friends at Precision Cut-Ups. Actually, Mechanical Meltdown was bound here. They've stopped their auto. It looks like Precision Cut-Ups has chosen not to run their auto. Proto and Oncoming Storm, meanwhile, hard at it. 10 to 10, even Stevens.
Yeah, these bots are tired at the end of the day. Just one more match to go.
Proto comes in just high on the chamber, and that'll be an easy pickings specimen if they can get it back out of the submersible. So Mechmelt comes down to cycle with a basket bound sample loaded.
It looks like Precision Cut-Ups may have gotten a sample stuck in their robot. They're struggling to drive over that. Precision Cut-Ups over on the other side of the field, maybe looking to disrupt some of the cycles of the Red Alliance.
Mechanical Meltdown having an uncharacteristic mechanical issue, but they solved it. Their wiring harness was caught on their ascent hooks. 51-63, a minute 15 to go. Anybody's game. 4 points differentiate these two alliances. Looks like Cut-Ups is playing defense. Yeah, I think you were right about that one, Ben. Yellow basket play for Mechanical Meltdown as Precision Cut-Ups comes over to say hello.
Oncoming Storm, their alliance partner, though, completely undeterred now, going to score in the high basket. Still a close game.
I was paying attention to Mech Melt. I didn't notice that it was Cut-Ups has a trapped sample there inside, so they're out on offensive play. They can't get that free. Mech Melt going in for a yellow sample off the floor.
Oncoming Storm just missed the high basket, going in for another sample from the submersible.
Proto secures a 5th specimen to the high chamber, equaling Blue Alliance's 5 specimens. 87-81. I don't know what's going to happen here in endgame.
Oncoming Storm loses their gripper just in time for endgame.
And a wheel.
It is chaos here on the field.
I have no idea what's going on. Can Proto get all the way up? Oh my gosh. All right, so what happened there? I think we've got 2 bots in the air for the Blue Alliance. I think we've got 1 bot higher for the Red Alliance. I think Mech Melt went for the OZ, but we'll see about that. Couple samples, a few specimens.
Chaotic game.
This has been a long day, and I think the robots were just like, I'm done. All right, friends, eyes to the big boards. Match number 7. What a day this has been. We went to 7, we repeated 4. This is crazy stuff. It's gonna go to the Blue Alliance. Wow. I do know I was listening over on Bradley when they were talking that through. There was a minor on the Red Alliance, a minor foul during autonomous for, I think, a human reach, a human player interaction, I believe. And then the robot was still in motion at the start of that buzzer, scored after the buzzer started. That's that. And that's a rule that's been, as Lisa puts it, more and more clarified as the season goes on. So that was a major. You can do the math there. That 20 points swung the match. That is how the game is played. Congratulations to the Blue Alliance and kudos to the Red Alliance. If we could please take a moment and offer up congratulations to Proto, Team 17222, with their truly phenomenal 3rd level ascent, and their captain, Mechanical Meltdown, 12833. All righty. Thank you for your patience, friends. We're going to present the Connect Award now. The Connect Award is presented to a team the judges feel most connects with their local science, technology, engineering, and math community. A true first team recognizes that engaging their local STEM community plays an essential part in their own success. The recipient of this award is recognized for helping the community understand first the First Tech Challenge and the team itself. Here's what today's judges had to say, the winners of the Connect Award. This team connected and elevated their power. Lacking filament, they reached out to Jable. Increased mentorship helped them build their prototype. The Connect Award goes to Team 17222. That's Proto from Breesport, New York. Congratulations to Proto, excuse me. The Think Award is given to the team the judges feel best reflect the journey of the engineering design process. The engineering portfolio is the key reference for judges to help them identify the most deserving team. This team's engineering portfolio focused on the design and build stages of the team's robot and exemplified their journey as a team and engineers. And here's what the judges had to say about the winners of the Think Award. This team's portfolio detailed a plan and jumped through multiple iterations of their robot design. Our eyes lit up as we watched their robot collect different colored samples. We won't be left grasping vines through the foliage to find their robot. The Think Award goes to the RoboVines, Team 6955, the RoboVines from Ballston Spa, New York, up near Albany. All right, now, after double 4 matches and going to match 7, it is time for us to recognize our finalist alliance and our winning alliance. We're going to invite these teams to come down, grab a high five, and grab some hardware to take home. In our finalist alliance, won't you give it up for Captain, Team 12833, Mechanical Meltdown from Watkins Glen, New York. Coming the other way, keeping you guys on your toes. And we will bring them right on back. Proto, why don't you join them? Their first pick, finalist alliance, Team 17222, Team Proto. So many choices. And in our winning alliance, you just saw it here in match number 7, it's Team 6996, Oncoming Storm from Penfield. And we will put their partners hot on their heels. Precision Cut-Ups, come on down. From Tully, New York, Team 8863. All right, at this time, we will present the Inspire Award. This does have a second place team. We're going to invite that second place team to please stand and be recognized as we celebrate you. We do have a trophy for second place. Second place team, you are going to come on down. Thank you for the clarification. Both teams can come on down. The Inspire Award is presented to the team that the judges felt truly embodied the challenge of the First Tech Challenge. The team that receives this award is a strong ambassador for FIRST programs and works to promote FIRST and make it loud in their community. The team that receives this award has performed well in all judging categories and was chosen by the judges as a model First Tech Challenge team, both on and off the playing field. This team shares their experiences, enthusiasm, and knowledge with other teams, sponsors, their community, and the judges. Working as a unit, this team will have shown success in performing the task of designing and building a robot. Today's second place Inspire Award goes to Howard the Goldfish and Team 12736, Electric Mayhem Green. Come on down, Green. Electric Mayhem Green is part of the larger Electric Mayhem Metro at the Nichols School, home of Electric Mayhem White and the Electric Mayhem FRC team. Many of these students are also members of Electric Mayhem FRC. Is Howard? I'm not sure. Is Howard part of FRC? Sure, okay. I love that for him. Excellent. Congratulations, Mayhem. Go grab a photo there. Here's what the judges have to say about the winner of today's Inspire Award. This team delivered a powerhouse robot, designed thoughtfully with many trials across the season. They could grasp samples regardless of the angle or approach and reached a team far across the open seas. Their hard work and dedication to the mission of FIRST, it made us go bananas. And who knew we'd find gorillas down in the deep? The Inspire Award goes to the Gorilla Bots, Team 5485 from Corning Robotics. High fives, Aditya, high fives. Wonderful job. Friends, a lot of work, effort, and energy went in behind the scenes. I do want to shout out a woman who does not seek the spotlight. Give it up for Jessica Ortiz, our tournament director. For Lisa Russell, our region head referee. For Kim Nightingale, our judge advisor. Tyler Russell, our lead FTA in the region. For all the folks behind the scenes, thank you very, very much.
All right, now it's my turn. So, sorry, now I'm stuck. All right, so this is all determined based on what's in your advancement manual, page 20, because I looked it up the other day for the kids. So just to go through things. So our Inspire 1 was Gorillabots. They're already moving on. The winning captain and their partner, Oncoming Storm and Precision, are both already moving on. So that takes us to our Inspired 2, which is Team 12736, Electric Mayhem Green. They will be moving on to championships. We did not have an Inspire 3 because of the size of the tournament. Our Finalist Alliance captain, Mech Meltdown, they've already moved on. Think One, Robovines, they've already moved on. So that moves us down to the Finalist Alliance partner, which is Prada, 17222. They will be coming to championships. So then we move on to the Connect Award, first place, which is also Prada, so they've already moved on. Third place Alliance captain would be Enders. They've already moved on. Which then brings us to the Innovate Award, which is 27364 Battery Battalion, and now you. And you are our rookies, and we are very excited. So congratulations to you guys. And that's it. We are moving on 3. Those are our 3. Thank you. Be safe and safe travels. See a whole bunch of you in March.